Let me make sure that's working. Great. Okay. Hey, take two. We'll cut it in the VOD. We'll edit it. Boom. I have two wonderful players here with us today. We are looking at the long-awaited Greedy Green Wicked Wilds crossover game. People have been asking for it for, I don't know, how long's Wicked Wilds been going on? I think people have been asking for it since day one of Wicked Wilds.
Almost a year now.
Yeah. So we will be doing yet another Quelmar crossover in today's episode of Just the Q of Us, our anthology series showing all of the Quelmar campaigns that we've been doing and the moments in time and space where those campaigns butt up against each other, where they just barely brush up, where a character just happens to be in the same space as another character from another campaign. You know, if you really liked watching the Flintstones meet the Jetsons growing up, well, this is the campaign for you, because every day here is the Flintstones meet the Jetsons. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our characters for today. I'm going to start over here on the left side of the screen where we have Dave. Dave, if you can go ahead and just introduce yourself and also just talk briefly about Stan.
Oh, Stan. So, Stanley Rummer is your run-of-the-mill, mild-mannered human who managed to get himself wrapped into some interesting circumstances on behalf of his small, sleepy town of Muso, nestled in the lovely hills of Eisenhound during the events of the Greedy Green. He is a merchant by trade, far traveled, loved to see the world, and could never pass up the opportunity to make himself some coin. Because of that, got naturally sucked into hunting down beasts of burden that like to sit on piles of coin, and ultimately, as a result, made it out of the Greedy Green filthy rich, thanks to John and his amazing end game that Stan was a part of. And kind of rode off into the sunset on his airship that he commissioned from Tolmoy Pendergrass.
And we'll establish it when we get started. But today's game is going to be after Greedy Green, so we'll be picking up with a slightly older Stan as he meets a strange traveler here in Deep Lake known as Bulio. Keller, if you want to go ahead and just talk to us who you are and who Bulio is.
My name is Keller, and I will be playing Bulio, a mysterious masked shopkeeper known for his wooden draconic mask. He's of strange nature and even stranger magic. He is the proprietor of Bulio's Baubles and Boons, a traveling wagon shop pulled by his faithful companion Drake Duke, a white drake with a few red spots. He's known for hawking rare relics and sometimes cursed objects to anyone who will buy, and is hard to let a single coin leave his fingers unless it will bring him some more profit in the future.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense a pattern here. I wonder why we put you guys in a game together. Bulio and Stan have never crossed paths. They were both iconic in their own rights in their separate campaigns. But as we know, we tell every story in Quelmar in one large shared continuity, just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but with a lot more game stores, I guess. I don't know what we have that the MCU doesn't have. I was going to say, like, magic, but then I was like, no, Doctor Strange, and I was like, no, swords, and I was like, no, there's that lady from the Eternals and all her swords. And it's like...
Creativity.
Yeah.
We got dragons.
That's right.
Oh, wait,
no, they got dragons too, man. You saw Shang-Chi. They got everything over there. But we got everything too. So, without further ado, we're all introduced. I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro sequence, and we're going to get right into the game here. We begin today's adventure, players, in the year 831 PR. 831 PR, for those time nerds out there, is about 60 years before Wicked Wilds, and 5 years post Greedy Green. So we're not too far removed from the events at the Northern Snowy Mountains, but we are a long, long time ago in a land far away from Wicked Wilds. In fact, the land of Eisenhound in the city of Deep Lake. Stan, as we had sort of previously discussed, time marches on. As a human, now in their, mid-40s, late 40s, early 50s?
He'd probably be early 50s at this point.
Early 50s?
5 years, yeah.
As a human in his early 50s, having experienced the highs and the lows of life, you're finding that in a realm where elves and dwarves, your friends at Gamelgard are talking about 2 centuries ago and the great parties they went to then, you're feeling infinitesimally small among these long-lived giants of Eisenhound. And in your search for ways to amend this, after all, I mean, if there's dragons and spellcasters, there are ways for a human to surely live longer. You have found yourself taking your airship to the city of Deep Lake, as through the rumor mill of merchants, merchants talk with merchants, of course, you have heard that someone has been carrying a magic item. This magic item is said to grant longevity. It is a type of magic jewel known as the Great Worm. It gives its attuned wielder the lifespan of a dragon. And having dealt with plenty of dragons in your time, you know that they have been living for hundreds, if not thousands of years. God knows how old they get. I don't think we've seen any dragons die of old age here in the Greedy Green. And so, you have tracked down the name of this merchant who has come from afar. Bulio. Bulio, what's the name of your shop, your wagon? It could be the same as Wicked Wilds, or maybe 60 years ago it had a different name.
I think it probably has the same name. It's probably over the years he's been alive, it's had to change as he's been run out of towns. But I would say probably at this time he's settled on and he's liked Bulio's Baubles and Boons.
Bulio's Baubles and Boons. And you were correctly tracking down Bulio to the town of Deep Lake, the city of Deep Lake, where right on the main path, a small covered wagon has been lined up on the side of the road. Not too many people in line. Deep Lake is a sort of city of merchants and nobles, not necessarily a hub of adventurous activity. You have been to Deep Lake at least once in your life, Stan, and your memories here are not the fondest. Bulio, you have had a pretty decent couple of days here. How many days have you been in Deep Lake? How long do you stay at a town?
I would say, probably depending on the population and the size, he's probably at most been here a week. He's been traveling up and down the Green Continent after the Umbral Hound event. Where there's tragedy, there's profit. And while he may have missed the adventurer's window, he's gotten some new profits of selling what is probably the equivalent of snake oil.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
No one's really buying magic items now, so sell cures for shadow sickness or something.
Yeah, shadow sickness.
Shadow sickness.
Yep, Bulio's shadow sickness cures. Oh, I mean, look, the problem is they started to buy these shadow sickness cures 5 years ago, but you need to keep taking it. If you don't keep taking it, then the shadows will come back.
Measures, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so the biggest sale you have had, though, has been a little gem, a little bauble that you've had sitting on a shelf that was, you know that it is called the Great Worm. You may or may not know how it works or if it worked, but the story you've told people, potential buyers, and today's buyer, was that it is a gem of great immortal power. You can live forever if you have this, if you wear it in a necklace or you put it on a ring or whatever. And one noble here in the city, who let's make our first roll of the game here. Give me a predisposed check, Bulio, to see how much you know about this man, how much research you've done to the nobles, how much you remember or have been prepared here.
All right. I do not have the predisposed skill, so I'm going to roll 2 dice, see if I get doubles.
Yep.
That is a 5 and a 6.
Excellent. So, you don't remember his name. You remember that he was an elf. You remember that he had a caravan of servants with him. He had a young son, probably maybe 13 looking, which in elf years can translate to who knows what. And you remember that he said he was going to buy that for a friend, he had mentioned, but you didn't catch his name, you didn't catch his house. But you did catch the, let's say, 4,500 wealth that he paid for this incredible and possibly non-functional gem.
Yeah, Bulio doesn't remember people's names. He just remembers their coin purses.
Yeah. And as you are, we'll say it's late afternoon, and the streets have gotten pretty empty. Stan, you've docked your ship somewhere in a field nearby, and you've walked into the cities, and you've got your eyes set on it in big letters: Bulio's Bubbles and Boons. What do you do?
So I guess I'll kind of scout the wagon, right? I mean, one person is going to stand out as the.
It's kind of like, imagine like a food truck where it's like there's that opening.
Sure.
He's got probably a few magic items such hanging on the outside, and he's at the front. He's probably talking to someone holding a vial of something that'll probably make you sick in his hand, going, Yes, well, ever since the great Umbral Hound, well, you see, the shadows, it could come back. You need this. You might see dark splotches on your skin, or you may feel ill, but it's working. Oh. You'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm going to walk right up on that conversation.
Don't want the shadows coming back.
Oh, yeah. No, I had a dream about this. It was going to come back, but this is going to work, you promise?
I promise you may feel ill, but that's it working. It also helps, the scent masks you from dragons as well.
I'll tell you what, buddy, if you get sick, that means you were coming down with something.
Yes, and this is curing it. Yes.
It's going to purge your system.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty sick. I was feeling pretty...
Stan, give me a personality check.
Oh, I have 2 of those. All right, same thing.
Yep.
3 dice.
3 dice, and you can get either of those numbers.
2 or 3. I got one of them.
That's all you need. He looks back at you, Bulio. He says,
I should probably take some extras then to keep at home, maybe in case you're not around later.
and he will pay you. We'll say he pays you 5 wealth.
All right.
For some of these cures, and I'm also going to go ahead and reward us with a mark on the buddy bar, as this tag team works out.
Yeah. So you're definitely Bulio. Yeah, I picked up on that.
Oh yes, I am Bulio. Bulio's Bubbles and Boons. Are you looking for? Have you heard of the shadow sickness? It seems like you have, and it is very important that you take this.
Yeah, I know it's swill. It's all right, buddy. I'll help you sell a couple more.
No. Don't.
It's fine.
Don't say that too loud.
It's
you gotta keep it on the down low.
I know. That's why I wanted to get him out of here and to sell a couple of bottles so he doesn't hear us.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. So, one merchant to another. I'm not looking for any elixirs or baubles for that matter. I'm looking for a gem. I'm looking for a specific gem.
I have a number of gems. I have a few emeralds, a few sapphires. This rock, it is a very nice rock. It is not cursed.
Right. Yeah. Hard pass. I'm looking for a magic one. All right.
Well, it
You
is
might
a
have
magic
it.
rock.
I heard. Yeah, it's cursed. So there's magic involved in cursing things. That's
no.
cool. Anyway. Yeah. Sure. I heard you might have or know where I may acquire a gem called the Great Worm. I'm going to look around, make sure nobody heard us. The Great Worm.
How much are you, do you have the coin to pay for such an item? It is of great value.
I mean, you haven't exactly laid out a number here, so...
Well, it was 45,000 gold the other guys paying me.
4,500.
4,500.
4,500 for the gem. In fact, because he paid you in platinum, you've probably you've probably set them aside on the counter behind you inside your wagon, so you can still, when you look over, you can see the platinum slowly melting.
Oh. Well, as you can see, there are many buyers interested in one of my Great Worm stones. I have an individual looking to pay up to 5,000 gold pieces. Would you be able to counter such an offer? I can hold an auction here. Yes, be quite the event.
No, I don't have that kind of cash on me.
If you have
I don't let 'em on my
enough
boat.
Ethereum that I can transfigure, that would work.
You
don't.
say transfigure a second time. It comes up in the conversation, and the guard just off to the side of the cart seems to take a few curious steps closer. You can sort of get the impression he's listening in on your conversation as talk of money transmodification comes up.
Sir, that is quite a rusty blade. Do you need some nice Bulio's, Baubles, and Boone sanctioned blade oil?
Is that a thing?
I know you're not...
It is. Bulio scratches the label off the shadow sickness potion and quickly writes on blade oil.
How much?
For you, a great servant of Deep Lake, it will be, let's say, 2 gold.
2 gold? How much do you think they pay us? That's like a week's wages.
It is the finest blade oil.
They need to pay you more.
Wait, am I not getting a fair rate? He gets like 2 hands onto the front counter. He's like looking in like,
are you?
What, you got guards, right? What do you pay them?
I have a very large drake that I pay in food.
Oh, okay.
They'll always take food.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you do discuss these things with your fellow guardsmen, right? Like,
of course, yeah.
Oh,
you have a...
No, that's illegal
you
in
have
Deep
a
Lake. We're not
representation?
allowed to
That's
discuss
illegal.
wages in Deep Lake.
To discuss wages?
Yeah, of course.
That sounds like very poor workers' laws and practices. You ever heard of a
You
union?
can set your own
Hey,
wages.
Alex, get over here, Alex. He yells across the street. The other guard comes running over, and he's got like his pike ready. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on here?" And he says, "No, Alex, no, they're not in trouble. Hey, man, how much do you make? What? Yeah, like, what salaries do you bring home like weekly? We're not allowed to talk about that, man. I know, but like,
And why do you think, Alex? Why do you think they tell you not to talk about it?
Because
they
they're
know
controlling the money and the power.
Right.
give me God, it starts. It already starts.
This session has so quickly turned to a... Oh no.
It took us less than 30 minutes.
Yeah. Give me another personality check here, Stan.
Yeah, got it. Got a 3.
He says, they give me 3 gold a week, but I'm pretty sure that's what everybody makes. You make 3 gold a week? Yeah, I make 3 gold a week. I'm only making 2, man. That's kind of screwed up.
You need to have these conversations. So do it for you. Do it for your kids.
Yeah. You
the
know,
livelihood of the common man.
I always said I was going to go into the private sector. You're right. You're right. I quit. And he throws his pike down on the ground, and he walks away. Alex, as you look over, Bulio, at the pile of platinum, you can see that it is now at this point just become a small molten pile of some mercury-looking substance. And it's all sort of dripping now down to the side of the shelf. You have most certainly been scammed in some way. That was not real money.
Bulio will bottle some of it, hawk it as write some cure on it, add it to his little collection.
And I am going to need you to take 4,500 gold pieces or wealth out of your sheet. You don't even have, you don't have the gem and you don't have the money.
Yes. Did I give them the gem?
Yes, he has the gem, wherever he went.
Oh.
Nameless noble.
So all you cared about was the money.
I do know the location of another gem, other than the ones I have in the back, that I could get to you possibly for a lower price.
Yeah, I'll talk in the 500 range. And
Sure.
merchanty services to aid each other.
Yes, I can supply my Drake, I can bring my collection of wands, and I can provide their address and a first floor window. The location of a first floor window. Yes, so I think I'll give that information to Stan. Not imply that he gave me fake gold. I'll just say he was interested in buying for 4,500 but could not meet the 5,000 price range. And that he eventually got his hands on his own stone.
He could pay you 45?
And then he eventually got his hands on his own stone and not the one I have.
So when did he get his hands on his own stuff?
Did I sell it earlier today?
Yeah, it would have been earlier today.
Probably 3 hours ago. I hear they go
So
around.
he came 3 hours ago, asked you to buy yours, and then managed to come up with it. I mean, stranger things have happened, right? 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, someone in town has one.
Yes.
And you think he's willing to sell it? He got it 3 hours ago, and you think he's actually willing to sell it?
Potentially.
And
With or without gold.
no, you're not.
I'm not talking about me willing to sell it. I'm saying he might be willing to sell it for a price. The price doesn't have to be gold. And the price can be something we're not doing to him.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think I smell what you're smoking.
Say he's a dragon sitting on some gold. We're going to take that gold.
Well, I was just about to get into that because I think Stan was organically coming to that realization.
Good, yeah.
So it's like I was part of the Protectors of the People for about 3 years. And anyone that sits on a pile of gold, regardless of how they were born, is a dragon.
Yeah.
Bulio looks all to the spare gold he has at his feet and then looks
all
up.
praise Patu. I learned that lesson.
Charity workers, I know.
Yeah. I'm not taking you for one of those types, but that's okay.
But
You just
I think we can
don't
work
see the
together
opportunity that
to
they
make
offer.
some coin.
So there might be more to this than just the gem. Granted, that's what I want. But
Yes.
there could be more in it for both of us, is what I'm hearing.
I pick up what you're putting down now, and I think I agree. This could be quite the partnership. Bulio's Baubles and Boons, featuring... What's your name?
Stan. Stan Rummer.
Stan Rimmer.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
I already painted
All
it.
right. Whatever. Sure. That's what makes you happy. It's a cute wagon. I like it.
Alright.
We don't actually ride on it, right? Just Walk. Anyway, so where does this guy live? We need to scope his joint.
All right. We know Bulio doesn't remember, so we will need to do our research. We're going to kind of treat this like a Blades in the Dark score. So in Blades in the Dark, when you have a site that you are scouting, there is just one roll at the top of the score that effectively determines your starting position. Do we know everything we need to know going in? Do we only know a tiny bit going in? Are we going in very blind? The way we're going to do this is I'm going to have you guys both make moderate, or actually we should start this at hard to be like Blades in the Dark because it's 2 dice. So it's going to start with a hard, I'll let you do either sage or predisposed to represent that research. So it might be knowledge you already knew or knowledge you are now researching sagely.
Do I have to call that out beforehand, or it can be either one?
Call it out beforehand, but before you make your rolls, keep in mind that to help you succeed on this roll, take a look at how you can improve your odds. It's going to start at hard, but you can make it be easier if you have something in your baggage that is good at helping you sort of scout or research or know anything about these nobles, or anything in your etc., or anything in your character archetype. So just take a look there, because you might be able to make this easier for yourself as opposed to just rolling 2d6.
Do
you want to go first, Dave? Yep.
Yeah, can I recruit some of my crew to scout based on whatever minimal information that Bulio gives me, to kind of scour the city and try to hone in on that, like ask questions or look for a person.
Do you have that crew, the airship and the crew listed as part of your sheet, as part of the baggage?
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
The airship with the crew.
Yep, that's exactly right. So you utilize the baggage. It's now easier.
Sending stone to call them.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm actually better at Sage. Could I do that instead?
Sure. So then just thinking about your own sagely abilities and what you have access to that's not necessarily magic, is there anything you can use to increase your odds in that way?
I do not know.
Okay, then it looks like we're going to have Stan do his sage or predisposed at 3, and then Bulio will do his sage or predisposed at 2.
Both of them are just got to pick one. All right, I will pick predisposed at 6.
I'll let him roll first.
I should have picked sage.
You rolled a sage, yeah.
All right.
I rolled a sage and I picked predisposed.
I need a 1 or a 2. That is a 4 and a 6.
All right, so we are going into this. I'm gonna, with that fail, I'm gonna chalk us down on the buddy meter here. We are pulling in different directions, straining our brains, trying to figure out the city. We are merchants, and this is a merchant city. You would think that means we're in our element, but things can get contesting when you are in a rival city of merchants and of wealthy people. So, ultimately, at the end of the day, the only thing that we are able to figure out is where to go. But we learn nothing about the family inside, and nothing about this weird special occasion that is going on. As when we arrive, and I'll put us sort of, I guess, in an overlooking forest nearby or something. So there is a large traditional elven treehouse that is in the corner of the city. Big, beautiful sort of mansion. And from what you've been told, the name of the family is I need my other one. There we go. The Eilden family. Eilden. This is the Eilden Manor. And the man and his young ward, his son, they were Eildens. You don't know if they were the patriarch of the Eildens, if that was like a younger prince of the Eildens. But the only thing you get coming into this is that the Eildens have the gem. And even worse is you are very specifically not in your element when you find out that you see people starting to go to the Eilden house with packages. They're dressed formally, They've got presents in hand. The Eildons have something going on today, which means it's not going to be as easy of a smash and grab as you'd have hoped. But that might lead to other ways of infiltrating. And unfortunately, I cannot give you any more information from there. It's gonna be up to you guys and your role playing and your other tactics to.
Towards the end of the issues that we had with the dragons, the protectors of the people were coming into a significant amount of gold. You're going to want to be on the lookout for any of the gold pieces that these rich people give you. I'll show you. Stan takes out a coin. He flips it over and he goes, you see this bottom part here? How it looks like the die that it was cast in is a little crooked and a little kinked. All right. You got to check the gold coins for those. If they are, they're about 10 copper light.
Oh, no.
No, it's not. It's still good gold, right? It's good. It's good gold. It's not slugged. It's just not all of the gold that you would see on the coins. You're going to find a lot of them in the pockets of the rich people. So just keep that in mind. I don't have that problem. This is just one I keep on for reference. So, that being said, do we want to go in as a guest? I mean, that's a lot of highfalutin. I can do that. That's fine. Or we can go in as perhaps some of the help, right? The beauty of these people is that they basically ignore the existence of lowborns, right? They look down upon us. Yes. So sometimes it's better to take that opportunity and just be the fly on the wall. I could play it either way. Not a problem. I could get highbrow with the best of them.
I got some old tuxedos in the back I stole from that guy. Oh yeah, we could use those. He's got little bow ties. I got a silver platter that I will not share the origins of.
And we kind of come in through the kitchen.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, he'll give you a little suit. He'll like close the shutters, take off his black cloak, and put on a suit, but not change the mask.
I think you gotta take the mask off, buddy.
Oh. Ew.
The goal is to. You got a disguise kit back there or something? Like,
I guess Bulio will try his best, try to stuff. He's not going to remove the mask. I mean, some people have mistaken me for a dragonborn. Yes, I can just keep that going.
With the mask on?
Yeah. I think Bulio will take some cloth.
Bad eyesight?
Bulio will take some cloth that's in similar color to the mask, kind of put it over the eyes so it's thin enough they can still see through, and get a little black markers whoop, whoop. See? All good.
Maybe you're the entertainment. Yeah, you're the entertainment. That's what we're gonna do here. You're
the drums.
Can you dance? You I don't know, like a jester kind of thing? Yeah, all right.
I have and just in case, it is always best to go strapped. Bulio will take his wand of magic missile and just kind of holster
it. Yeah, do that. You got another one? You got any fireballs in there?
I have another wand, and Bulio, without saying what it is, will just hand it to Stan. It is his wand of smiles.
Excellent. Take it. What is it? Me, them, but just...
yes, point it at your target, and it will do the effect.
It'll do the
Assuming
effect.
That's going to go in good bag. It'll do a thing. Just push this button. Wand of smiles.
Just say zippity-doo, and it will magic.
Cut to 2 hours from now. Everything's falling apart. The house is collapsing. Zippity-doo! Zippity-doo! Oh boy. Right. We're going to see how this goes right or wrong in all the weight rays. So there is you skirt around the outside. There is a back entrance, which appears to be guarded.
Yes.
And there is a side entrance, which appears to be guarded. The side door is being utilized because you can see that there are a number of servants, chefs, waiters that are going in and out of the side door. So that must lead to some sort of staff room.
All right. All right.
Okay.
If we're ready to go.
No, before we go in, what's your stage name and your act? Like, let's make sure we keep our names out of this, because obviously, if this
my
is the
name
guy,
is. I have a perfect name. I just came up with it. Stan Rummer.
So, here's the problem with this. So, I just thought of this too, is if you've been wearing this mask the whole time, and this is what you look like when this guy bought this gem from you,
He didn't
buy the gem from you, went to go buy the gem from you, but then found his own, he knows what you look like. Is there anything...
Bulio will just like rummage through his stuff.
Anything we can kind of put together as a gift, and then we just kind of, hey, I heard you were throwing a party. Thought I'd come up and say hi.
I have a great idea. He gets a box full of Shadow Sickness Cure.
It's still a grift, my man. It's a grift.
These people, the grift works. They do not have the street smarts. The grift works. The rich want to live forever, so we offer them that opportunity. I can send
we get
Duke
one
with you.
shot at this. If they turn us away because we don't have an invitation.
You could go in as a servant. They'll just turn me away.
It's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yes.
All right. Quick, down and dirty. Teach me how to get Fuzzball over there to do tricks, and I will go in as a performer with him.
Okay.
And then you see if you can get yourself in through the front door, since he's already going to know what you look like.
So,
did he see your Drake?
Before? Do I know if Duke's usually like off to the side?
Yeah, it would have been out and visible for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so that ain't gonna work. All right, let me go in as a servant. You go in with your Drake. Make a big spectacle of it. Figure of speech. Roll of the dice that you're gonna get in there, right? Figure of speech. And then I will get in on the backside as a servant, and hopefully we'll meet in the middle. We'll start to case this joint and figure out where the stuff is. All right.
That is such a wonderful idea. Storm.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to find out where all of the help is outside, smoking and joking, and I'm going to make friends.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. So out of the east side door, or the side door that you're at, you do encounter. Ooh, I'll roll some dice for this. Five. There's five regular people coming in and out, and no more than one or two at a time are outside. But you can catch two of them on a break, stepping just around the corner. They are just two servants, both of them probably middle-aged. And we'll say that they are kitchen servants. So it looks like they're probably got some flour on their face and their hands, a little oily and greasy working in the kitchen. So you'll have those two. And then just to confirm with Bulio, you are taking your Drake, and you are coming through the front gates as a guest. Yes? Is that the right idea? Okay, great. So before we see what's happening with Stan, I'll start with Bulio, because he's going to have a more important question. As you approach the outside of the mansion there, you can hear the laughter and you see the flickering of lights on the inside, and a merry mood seems to be happening. The party has already started, the popping of corks and the ringing of glasses. As you trump up the stairs, you are met with a man who appears to be playing the part of the concierge. He wears a large sort of guard's coat with nice little badges and lining. And he sort of bows his head as you are approaching. And he says, I'm so sorry, but your mount will have to wait outside.
Yes, I'm so sorry. This is my service Drake. I didn't have the cloth on them because I knew this was a more formal event.
A service?
I do have gifts.
Oh,
I bring gifts, and they help carry some of my gifts.
Oh.
I think Bulio, he'll never stop selling stuff, and since he had to leave his cart behind, he definitely tied small potions and baubles to Duke.
That is wonderful. Let me see your gift and your invitation, please.
The gift. He goes over to he probably rested it on him, pulls a large crate. Yes, I am a merchant within the city. I'm actually familiar with Mr. Idril. I sell these shadow sicknesses. He is a patron at my fine establishment, and he recently made a large purchase with me, and I was looking to give a little bit of benefit because I knew this was such a fine event.
And your invitation, sir?
Not invitation, but due to the large amount of wealth passed between me and Mr. Idril, I was not necessarily invited, but there...
You were not invited. Sorry, I'll cut you off there. So you were not invited.
No, but I'm a good friend of Mr.
Please turn
Idril.
around, find your way back down the stairs. You are holding up the line. And you are. When you turn over your shoulder, there's 3 noble ladies in brilliant gowns who are sort of chatting and whispering and pointing at you, waiting.
All right, sorry. Bulio will just drop 5 gold on the ground in front of this guy's feet. I dropped that. You can pick it up if you wish.
Go ahead and give me a hard personality check.
All right. 5.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nicely done.
Oh, sorry. I dropped that.
He'll help you pick up the money that's fallen. You can get rid of 5 wealth.
I just hold his palm with the money in his hand.
And he'll meet you as you guys both sort of come to your feet. So he'll meet you halfway and lean in, and he'll say, "Hawk your wares if you dare, but please keep the beast outside. I can get in quite a lot of trouble."
Yes. Bulio will make a whole fanfare of "My dear Silver Drake, I do not know what I'll do without you." And he'll take as many potions and wares and magic items and stuff. He's wearing he's not wearing his black coat, he's wearing the tux.
Right.
And he just stuffs them all with it. So as he moves, there's just a click, click, click.
Jingle of potions in a tuxedo. Great. But that will grant you entrance. So we will allow you into the party. And now we can see how things are going on the other side. Stan, not knowing how well it goes, especially because after a few minutes you think, oh, you never actually wound up making an invitation. I wonder how that worked out. Oh, well, yeah. He'll be fine.
If he's inside,
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, and if he's not inside, great. You're inside, and he's not, and there's a gem to be found.
Yeah. And I know what I'm looking for.
Exactly. So, in the meantime, you have a couple of servants outside with you. Let me see who's servanty looking. There you go. So it's just the 2 servants, a guard, and you. All sort of hanging out. Maybe they are having a smoke break. And do you just walk right up to the door? Or you?
So I'm gonna before I get close enough to take out a flask, whatever, splash a little water on my face, and I'm gonna come around the corner very quick stepped and flustered. And just be oh god, I'm sorry, I'm so late. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I overslept a little bit. This is the service entrance, right? This is where the servers are supposed to come in. Am I at the right spot?
You get a lot of side eye from
look at all of them.
Yeah, you get a lot of side eye from the guard who doesn't say anything.
Right.
But one of the other servants says, "What do you mean? Who are you?"
We were hired on for extra help. Apparently, the body count, and I was hired on yesterday.
Extra help?
They said.
Oh, thank God! Extra help!
Yeah.
Thank God! He grabs you by the lapels and shakes you. Extra help!
I'm here for you, buddy. I'm here.
Oh my God! And I will.
Needed extra servers.
I am going to need again a hard personality check to pass this lie through. And remember, any checks you are always able to make easier if you have the right tools for the job.
I mean, I'm charismatic. It's part of my cliche.
Yeah. Okay. That applies.
Okay.
If your cliche literally says charismatic, right, then that means you are by nature a very charismatic person.
Right. Then I have personality 2 and personality 3.
All right.
So I'm going to roll this.
And hope for a 2 or a 3.
I got it. Got a 2.
That's it. That's all you needed.
Passed.
So we'll say that the one that's not smoking still will just sort of clasp you on the back and start to sort of wave off the guard and usher you inside, where the other servants are all still working. We'll do that. We'll do that, and we'll bring you in. And we'll say, there's how many of these guys? I said 5 total. So there you go. And so we begin the infiltration. So I'll start with Bulio. You have entered into a sort of... Oh, look, I accidentally left the text on your side. That text isn't supposed to be visible to you, but that's fine. There is a foyer, a banquet hall that you have walked into. There is... we'll say there's only... Let's do this. We'll say one servant is in the room and is still laying out dishes. There is not a dinner. The dinner is getting ready still. And you can hear further into the house, or maybe even from upstairs, all the footsteps, that the guests are certainly not here, but upstairs, partying, clinking glasses, drinking, like a sort of pre-dinner. All
right.
Stan, on the... Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. I guess you can go, Stan.
Stan, on the other hand, you've walked right past a storeroom. You can see all of these shelves lined up back here that are floor to ceiling, probably about 9 feet of all sorts of tinctures and elements and ingredients, and maybe even some potions. You can't tell. You see those flasks, those bottles. And then, of course, you are pushed into the kitchen, and the next thing you know, you're standing in front of a half-baked cake while people are dancing around you in circles, doing their laps around the kitchen on all their small tasks. And you're just looking down at this job you've been pushed into. What do you do?
I am without saying anything, I'm going to go find... There's obviously that, changeover point where the kitchen lays stuff out for servers to grab trays and go. Servers bringing in hors d'oeuvre trays or drinks or whatever. So I'm immediately going to move over to one of those. Just a quick glance. The way I'm dressed with the, kind of not ratty, but little dusty, simple Cedo suit that Bill gave, does it close match with anybody wearing? Am I...
I think we did say I did give you that servant, servant's tux.
I was going to say, yeah, so you do have access to that servant's tux if that's what you were wearing. That's what I had assumed you were wearing, but... Yeah.
I just want to make sure that it blends in well with what they're all wearing. I go in this, servant's tux, and they're wearing tunics.
These are... This is definitely the kitchen staff, so they are not dressed like this. But I will say that there is a servant who is coming in with one of those trays like you're talking about to refill on hors d'oeuvres. And this music is so distracting. It is accurate to what's going on in the kitchen here. But yeah, so it looks like the walk-around servants are wearing something nicer that you wouldn't seem out of place with.
Okay.
But the actual kitchen staff, you are out of place.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's pretty obvious. So I am just, without word, I'm going to go grab a tray, load it up, and follow that guy back at the door.
Excellent.
And just follow that ant line wherever it's going.
Cool. So now back to Bulio. You stand on a nice plush carpeted rug. In front of you, there is tapestries lining the walls, and I'll say this, you do notice 4 beautiful crystal chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, casting reflections across the room, probably worth 500 gold each.
I think there's 2 things Bulio wants to do. While there's no one in here, he'll in his within his coat pocket, just kind of flash the wand to detect magic for a second, just see if he can glean anything off that, because he knows this gem is a powerful magic item.
Yeah, give me a hard. hunt check, but because you're using your magic item, we'll swap it to a hard occult check.
All right, I need to get a 3. Oh, I thought it was a 3. It's a 5. Nope.
Yeah, so from this room at least, you do try to do a little flash of detection. You know, your eyes do the thing where you can see the schools. No magic in this room, that's for sure.
All right. I think Bulio's still holding this crate. We'll wait for the next servant to come in. And as soon as they finish putting stuff down the table and go, he'll be like, "Oh, good servant, I have so many gifts for the good Mr. Idril that I cannot carry them all alone. Can you help me and guide me to where I need to bring these?"
Hey, sorry, man, but I'm just kitchen. I'm not. I can't help you carry anything. I can't be seen upstairs. They do not want to look at me. But maybe
Do you
if
know where upstairs? So
yeah, upstairs.
You are quite the good-looking individual.
Well, thanks, shucks. Well, they got some people here who could probably help you with that. He takes a step back and he leans out and he sees 2 of these fine-suited men about to go upstairs, and he'll wave down. He'll be like, "Hey! Before you go up, we got a guest who needs help bringing something upstairs."
Okay.
Great.
I'm gonna walk over.
And he's going to disappear out through the side door back to the kitchen.
Flower in my hand.
Yeah, you the other suited man who's got the hors d'oeuvres. He'll say, "I have to take these upstairs. Why don't you take care of that? I'll see you upstairs."
You take mine. I'll meet you up there.
Okay, yes, and probably drinks too. They'll probably be wanting drinks after this.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
We will be wanting drinks. Hello, Mr. Servant Man I have never met before, whose name is not Stan. Can you help me carry this big box of viable cures to the upstairs?
Look around, there's no one else around us. Stop it.
I do not know what you're talking about. Please guide me upstairs, good servant. I know it's you. You're doing a great job.
I know I am. We don't need to discuss it.
No need to be terse with me, good servant.
All right, I'm going to move all these guys away for now, and then we will go ahead and take you guys upstairs, which should be this one. And and so we can go right into that room where we hear all the excitement happening, the common room.
I guess before we go where the excitement is,
yes.
I guess we see a door. Is that door open?
Yes, the door into the common room is open, so you'll be able to see. There is a door opposite.
I'm saying the room. Is that one open?
The opposite door is not open. It is shut.
Do we bring the gifts in here? And I'll look at the shut door.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Does it? I think Bulio would just kind of open it a little, just look inside.
You can see that it is definitely a servant's quarters room. Okay. You can see there's just sort of curtains that are draped up to partition the room into different corners. A couple of beds and tables. But yeah, so that's what you see when you sort of just peek open. Nobody inside, I don't think.
And I guess just one out of game question. I'm seeing more stairs. How tall does this estate appear to be? On the outside.
From the outside, it looks like it was probably at least 3 floors, maybe 4, if you count like sort of the spire-y area at the top.
Okay. All right, so I think Bulio will walk in behind Stan.
And excellent. So we are going to enter.
How many bottles are that I'm holding?
It's like a milk crate, so I imagine probably about near 18. They're smaller, like vials.
Okay.
And as we enter the life of the party, having snuck successfully into the Eilden Manor, our 2 noble heroes of the realm / conman merchants, Stan and Bulio, have snuck to the 2nd floor. And pushing open the already ajar door, find themselves in a gorgeous little common room in which all of the party's attendees have been invited to lounge and schmooze and converse. There is a sign or a banner that's been hung on a piece of parchment up high that says, "Happy Birthday, Liam." So Liam's birthday, this is the first we're hearing of it, but now at least we know what kind of occasion it is.
Was the child Idril brought a boy or a girl?
It was a boy, the kid.
Okay.
And yeah, so you can see that this common room is, like many noble common rooms, also a bit of a show-off room. The various shelves and cabinets up against the walls are not necessarily full of books, but are rather adorned with some kind of exotic trinkets and mementos, and all sorts of little souvenirs that the Eildens are no doubt trying to show off. I need a... I don't need a check from you guys yet, but I am in a second, because the blonde elven lord in the middle of the room, and I can do this so you guys can see him better. Boop. This guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Woo! The blonde elven lord in the middle of the room will stop his conversation to the scholar he's talking to. As he catches out of the corner of his eye some more people coming in, he turns as if to welcome you to the party, but he stops immediately, and his face sort of drops in a little bit of a worried scowl. And he says, just one second, pardon me, I'll be right back. And he comes up real close to you, Bulio.
Is this Idril?
This would be the guy who bought it from you, but you don't remember his name.
Great friend! Yes. I hope your recent purchase is doing you well. I've come to celebrate with you, and I bring gifts. Great elixirs, great cures. This seems like quite the event.
You have two options.
As soon as he says that, as the good servant, I'm just going to immediately go around the room and be like, "A gift of Bulio, a gift from Bulio," and begin handing out all of these vials. A gift from Bulio for the evening. Enjoy.
Keep the shadows away. With great magic, we can do wondrous things. And I think Bulio will just he won't attack anyone, but he'll do a little bit of sparks with his wand of magic missiles. He won't shoot anything, just create a little.
He immediately is pushing Bulio out the door. Stan, you can creep in and you can get behind him. Yep. But as he's pushing Bulio out the door, he's leaning in. He says, "You can get out of my house right now, or I will have the guards remove you."
I had an invitation. I gave it to your concierge.
You have no invitation.
He let me in. I gave it to him. Why else would he let me in?
Well, he'll let you out. Third in.
I had an invitation.
Third in. He starts screaming down the stairs.
Your good concierge wouldn't have let a stranger into your home without an invitation.
You hear the clanging of footsteps. He'll have pushed you back towards the stairway, but I think Stan, is still trying to distract and keep the noise up, handing out vials and bottles to people who are like, "Well, what? Oh, well, thank you. Oh, Liam, here, have one."
We're just going to take the whole... When I hear him yelling, I'm going to take this guy and be like, "Here, just make everybody gets one. Gotta go."
Oh, my goodness.
And get out the door. I'm assuming I'm going to try to get there probably as people come clanging up the stairs.
Sure.
And I'm going to go at it like, "Sir, is there something wrong? Is there something I can help you with?"
There we go. I was going to say, because I was like, you're going to come out that door, but you're going to see Bulio and the father head to head. He's going to look over his shoulder. He says, "You are friends with Bulio.
No,
What is this scam?"
I'm just the help. I was told to carry his crate. I was bringing food upstairs, and
thank you.
I just met this man downstairs. This handsome gentleman.
Well, then you hold this man here so that the guards can search him for any sort of weapon or danger that he has brought into my house.
I don't think I'm carrying anything. He'll shake himself and you just hear clink, 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 clink. I'm not carrying anything of danger. They're
finally,
cures! I'm a medicine man, a merchant.
a guard does make his... I'll say, you know what, for that yes, I'll give you 2 guards. 2 guards have made their way right up behind you. So now you are basically at the top of the stairs. 2 guards are immediately behind you on the next step down. Stan is now in front of you, being told to, sort of...
I had an invitation. The good concierge let me in. I gave him my invitation.
I am going to return
Sir, do you want me to go
pot.
and double check that with the concierge?
Sure. You double check that with the
I thought we were
concierge,
good
but I
friends.
know, even if he has an invitation, it is surely a forgery, and even if he somehow does not have a forgery, I revoke his invite into the House of Eildon. He does not belong here. He belongs back out, selling his wares, hawking his goods, his baubles, they were called. Get him out of here.
I thought you quite enjoyed my baubles. The people at your party appear to quite enjoy them as well. Oh, I say these are more boons, but it is a good party.
This is going to be and we can see which of you wants to try this, but this is going to be a very hard personality check from, I guess Bulio has to do it. Go ahead.
I am sure that we can. This is an important day for your son, for Liam, and it's already been kind of. The people were talking even as I was trying to come out here to help you. Why don't we try to deal with this in a very calm manner and very organized manner? You go ahead and deal with, take care of your company, and myself and the guards. We'll work this out. If this gentleman doesn't belong here, we'll help you out. That's what we're here to do. That's our job. And I'm going to go roll personality on it if I can.
Okay,
I'll
let you.
Try
I'll
to
let you.
befriend him.
For you, this would be this one would be hard. It's not very hard. It's just hard.
Just a hard. Okay.
Yeah.
So hard personality. Personality 2 and 3, and I am going to try to befriend him in a obviously a deceptive way. But I am on your side. I am here for you. That's what I'm here for. So 2 or 3.
Why are you causing such a scene at the party you are throwing?
Got it. I got
it. He lowers his eyebrows. He says, "Very well. You're right. Take this matter back downstairs. Get him out, sneak him out the back door if you can. Handle this, get it out of my hair, and maybe there will be something in it for you. Thank you for coming and helping."
Glad I could help, sir. Glad I could help.
And he'll turn back around and he'll shut the door behind him.
I'll turn to the guards immediately. You heard him.
Yeah.
You heard him, gentlemen. I'll take care of this. He told me to take him downstairs and get him out the back door. You guys are relieved. Carry on. Back to your posts. I'll take care of everything.
The strong man's got me. There's nothing I can do. His strength is too great. I'm a feeble merchant. I skipped a leg day.
Bulio, I grabbed his arm and wrenched him.
Help, I'm being repressed. help, I'm being violence inherent in the system.
God, I don't know whether I want to make this a buddy. I don't know if this means you guys are better buddies or worse, but you're so good
He's
at
too strong. He's too strong.
We'll give you a success.
Muscular and handsome. I can't do anything.
So, I'll take you guys both back downstairs, one level here.
Wait, downstairs. So, do the guards go downstairs first?
That's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah,
they are. They're going to sort of lead the way. So, they are going to be doing so, expecting you to follow. So they're sort of checking back over their shoulders.
Oh, my arm, it hurts. I left the rest of my gifts in the servants' quarters. Ow, my arm. I left the rest of the gifts in the servants' quarters. Can we...
Let's get you out of here, and then I'll get him from the servants' quarters. That's fine.
I left a very rare and expensive stone in there.
All right, I'll go take a look for it. I will take a look for it that's fine. We'll talk about it when we get out of the house, right? Boss said you got to. So do the guards? Are they walking us all the way to that back door?
They will walk you.
Or are they gonna
They'll basically meet you at the bottom of the landing, but then they need to go back to their posts. These were the 2 guards from here and here.
Sure.
I think let's at least get our way into the kitchen.
Yeah. So I'm going to lead him briskly into the kitchen. So when I came through that storeroom, are those stairs on the lower side? I assume they were shelves.
Nope. Those are indeed stairs. Good catch. So when you come back into the kitchen, the other servants don't care. They're all too busy working on their little hors d'oeuvres and pouring drinks. But you get towards the storage room, and you do see that there is a set of stairs going down and a set of stairs going up in this back room.
Okay, then as long as eyes are not on us, I'm going to push him right up the stairs and back into that.
All right, let me get, and this isn't going to affect the success of this. You guys will do that either way. But this is going to affect if you are seen doing that or not. I'm going to need an agility check from both of you to see if you guys can sort of pull the old sneakeroo and slip out the side stairs right at the last minute.
The luck.
So I think that's a luck roll from both of you.
I want to cast.
Do we want to wait over table?
Okay.
Do we want to? We made the joke about Stan being like a lover guy. Do we want to play this as the bit of Stan bringing Bulio upstairs?
I was going to lean on you left something in the servants' quarters.
Okay.
If someone asks.
All right.
So we're going to go up the stairs. So yeah. We're going to go get your shit right now, and then we'll come back down.
All right.
All right. Any successes on the agility?
I'm going
I haven't done it
to. What's the difficulty?
It'll be a moderate agility if you have agility, but if you don't have agility, it's just a luck roll.
All right. I need to go to 4. Yep, got 4.
Nice.
I did not get doubles.
That's okay, because Bulio does apparently actually have agility. I don't think I realized that.
He's had to run out of towns on multiple occasions.
That checks out.
That's right.
You've had to sneak out of towns, so you're really great at sneaking out of the line of sight here. You know, this is like the Hitman games, and you've got sort of the heat on you, and they're looking for you, but then you sneak away, change the outfit, you make it back upstairs, and the heat is off. As far as they know, you have been escorted out of the building.
Anyone in this
place? We know
place?
there's at least one more. We know that there's at least one more.
4. What's
the spiral
ceiling?
Staircase?
Oh yes.
The spiral staircase we came up originally
does go up another floor.
Level?
It does go up another level.
There's no way to go up from here, though. I'm assuming.
No, this is the top. Yeah, it just goes servants' quarters to kitchen, servant quarters to kitchen.
And if we go to the staircase, there's a chance we'll be seen by those in the common room.
Right.
What does the ceiling look like?
Yeah.
Wood. A dark
Is
wood.
it like wood? Is there any large spaces in the woods where we could possibly try to see what's above?
No,
there's a space where the wood boards are. All right.
This ain't a tavern, my friend. This is a noble's house. These are very nice.
Well made.
Yeah.
I mean, Bulio pats the thigh he has the wand of magic missiles on.
Okay.
And we'll look to Stan.
The window over near the bed, not the bed closest to us, but the bed
but the other bed.
from us.
Yep.
And that outcropping. Members should be not the one where Stan is, but the one where Bulio is.
Yes.
The head of the bed.
Yep. Looking out this
From out
window.
of that window, there shouldn't be any guards there.
That is.
Just want to look out that window.
That is correct. There are guards out front, but they are. They would be out front. We know they were back here somewhere.
There was one back there.
So yes.
Bulio, go lock the door if you can.
Bulio will go and lock the door, and if there isn't a lock, he'll find some stick or something and just jam it in the handle.
That's fine.
Take
you
one
lock
of
the
those
door.
chess pieces and jam it in there.
It is.
I wanna open that window. Stick
You
my
can
head out
see-
and look up and see if there is a window above me.
Great question. There is a window. It looks like right above you is another identical set of 3 windows on the same wall in the same location. So there's basically an identical window 1 floor up in this position.
exactly. When Bulio comes back over, I say, "Can you fly?"
I cannot fly, but I'm good at climbing if I had to break into a number of places. There are bed sheets here. We could tie them together.
Let me go up and I'll tell you what.
Oh, wait. You can use the stairs. The stairs up.
Yes, that's true. I can. So
There is a cheer that erupts from the next room over. It sounds like everybody is celebrating or toasting or doing something big, and you can hear the sounds of footsteps now, basically leaving that room and starting to head downstairs.
all right, stay right here. I'm going to tuck out into the hallway and see if the other room's clear. All right.
While he's doing that, Bulio will
I'm
just tie together as many bed sheets as he can, and if there's any valuables, sweep them away.
Stealing from the servants. Bulio.
And I look at him and go, "You don't steal from the common folk. Don't steal from the common folk."
Bulio acts as he's slowly putting them back, and as soon as Stan leaves...
As soon as Stan leaves.
You can take everything from these mooks and all the dragons. You leave the common folk alone.
Yes.
As you sort of slip out the door real fast, Stan, you catch the last of whatever crowd is now about halfway down the stairs heading into the banquet room. And then opposite, one last straggler meets your eye as she walks in the door, as she is sort of bringing up the rear of the party. She is a 6'5", wizardy-looking woman, but sort of rough, I guess, like a battle-worn wizard, like has clearly seen combat. She does have a gun on her person that she wears sort of openly. She has a dark blue robe with nutwood buttons and long black hair arranged with silver clasps, and her sort of mildly bored face sees you standing astutely at the opposite, and then she just sort of raises an eyebrow at you. And there's a small tense moment. It's like she's expecting you to say or do something.
I'm just... Is the room clear? I want to go get any of the dishes out of there and bring them back downstairs. Hi.
Yeah, it's clear. Hey. And then she'll go downstairs. She'll follow the rest of them. And when you look in,
That was terrifying.
when you look in, it does look like everybody's cleared out for now.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck my head into that little doorway there. Basically,
Yep.
obviously I can see the map, but Stan can't.
Yeah.
Check that. Make sure that.
You see
Alright.
two sets of stairs that go up.
All right, so I'm gonna just gather a couple of mishmash dishes things in my hands, walk back out of the room on the landing, double check, make sure nobody's there at the bottom of the stairs, put those dishes down.
You don't get the chance to put the dishes down, because when you look down,
Okay.
that same woman is still at the bottom of the stairs, looking up, sort of leaning over a banister, and she says, "Hey, you get the dishes?"
Yeah, right here. I don't mean to be rude, but do you see any other servants down there? Because I need another tray.
You're asking me to do
No.
you a favor?
I'm just, I mean, I'd be nice. You don't have to. I'll just
Hey, you're
down
bold.
and get it.
You're bold.
I mean, that's why they hired me.
You're not like the others.
Yeah, I know. That's what my mother used to say too.
I'll go get your tray. I'll go see if somebody can get you your tray.
I truly appreciate it. Thank you. I just need a couple other bodies up here to clean this stuff up too. That'd be fun. I mean, if it's too much trouble. I mean, you're a guest here, so I don't want to. I am a guest.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
Cool. All right. I guess I'll just try to gather this stuff up while I wait for them.
And a second later, there is another servant who comes up.
A second later, I don't get it. Damn it. Oh, fuck.
It's not that big of a house. We saw how close the halls were. You know,
They're on their way up anyway. Damn it.
Yeah. So somebody's coming up. He's now got an empty tray.
Okay.
He says,
He's like, hey, you grab this. Do you have another tray? Or
Here,
give me that one.
Yeah.
Take this
one.
one.
No.
I'll go
Wait,
inside
no.
and...
I thought you were going to bring that down. Oh, wait. Who? Yeah.
No, just take this. Give me the tray. It's fine. I'm going to go in. And then when you come back up, just, come back into the room and I'll start. And then yeah. No, it's fine. Just bring another tray when you come back up.
Okay, I'm going to, you want me to,
Good?
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Take that down. Come back over another tray.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to
get this stuff clean for dinner time. I mean, we need the dishes. It's cool. You do you. It's down, back, cool.
Hey,
Another lady downstairs.
I was going to ask about the lady. Is she giving you weird looks? She's been giving me weird looks.
I mean, it's like, you take a picture, right?
Okay.
Draw a picture, it'll last longer.
I kind of thought she was just giving me weird looks. Now I'm kind of sad. That's fine.
Maybe she's into you. It might be worth the conversation. Sometimes you like to climb that mountain. It's not really my thing, but...
Nah. All right, he takes the tray. He goes downstairs.
Talk it up, buddy. Hey, you can't not shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, give it a go. See how that works out. Find her now. That's a good plan.
Bulio, you're done. I don't know what you've taken or what you haven't taken, but Stan has taken forever, and finally he comes back in.
Do I hear all this?
Let's
going
go
into the door?
now.
Oh yeah, Bulio, you. Depending on how much Bulio wanted to hear.
There's a monster of a woman in this house, and I don't know what she will do to both of us. Let's go.
My friend, I do have. We talked about the drive of a Minotaur.
Oh my God! Stop it!
Stan grabs Bulio, pulls him.
Her.
Yeah.
I'll just Bulio has the sheet wrapped around, and we'll go with Stan.
Okay, for half a minute, it was my thing there, but I was like, "No, that'll break you."
They seem kind of clingy.
All right, you guys quickly scurry, scamper across while you can.
Yeah. I'm going to grab a bunch of dishes as I go and bring them up with me.
Smart.
And Bulio will grab whatever he doesn't and pocket it.
We're not stealing it. I mean, steal it.
The servants don't own the dishes.
That's true. You're right. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give it to you. And then I
have a fence for silverware.
But it's fine. Take it.
I have a guy in Muso. You can do it.
That is the funniest. Oh God.
There's like 3 of us. What do you know?
There's like a florist. They need
You're right. I think Killer played that game where Flame attacked Muso. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there was like a Red Dragon attack. He started selling silverware on the side. I think the dragon burned down the house or something.
Oh, all right. So, coming up the stairs. Here we go. Let's do that. And okay, you guys are already at the stairway.
As soon as I get to the top of the stairs, I'm going to take the collection of dishes and plates and stuff and the tray, and I'm going to put it right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Because they brought the stuff up here.
I do want to add that I did give you guys a buddy cop point strictly because the mental image of Stan walking by, grabbing dishes and holding them on a tray, followed by Bulio walking by, grabbing dishes and putting them in a bag, is the funniest thing I have ever heard.
I will say, as we get to this floor, can I try the Wand of Detect Magic again, since I'm much higher in the household?
Yes, you can.
Fire it up, pretty boy.
Yeah, you guys are finding your buddy cop rhythm. It's great. So that's going to be, a hard occult check.
Okay, so I need a 3 that are 2 1s.
Nice. If that was a luck check, you'd be great, but no such luck here. You do scan.
I shouldn't have. I can sell this, but I'm not going to use it. Does it work? Yours works, I promise, but this one does not.
And you find yourself in a library. Around you, hundreds of books are stored on cabinets that completely cover the walls of the room. A couple of leather chairs are set apart, and a couple of tables for studying. And a couple of liquor bottles are also still set out on the tables. So someone was in the room at least earlier.
So you said this is like a study area?
It is a gentleman's library, according to the module.
Are there any papers?
Which means books and liquor.
Are there any like financial papers?
Yes. So, fun fact, this is where we get to use that hunt skill again. If you have a hunt ability, you're going to roll me a moderate hunt. Otherwise, it's going to be a luck.
It is.
I guess we have to go through these papers.
Yeah, I'm looking
great.
for valuable things. I don't care about paper.
Failed the luck check.
That's fine.
Oh my god, I got it!
Yeah! That's it! We got our first... We got 4 episodes of this so far. Nobody's ever succeeded a luck check until right
I'm gonna
now.
take a picture.
Bulio starts looking at the paper, but then starts looking at the more expensive bottles of liquor.
We did it, chat. We succeeded
I was like,
a
oh
luck
look,
check.
paper. Oh look, paper, and I open up a book, and it's not a book. It just opens up, and like a bag of money falls out.
I had no idea that you were such a scholar, but you really lucked out. You find these things in the library sitting out, and you just somehow recognize how much they are worth, because one of them is an essay about treasures that were... It's almost like historic treasure maps of the area. So I would say maybe it's mapping out lairs of various dragons that were unaccounted for, and the research being done to find those dragons' lairs. The maps alone...
Post-Greedy Green.
Post-Greedy Green, right? So the maps alone that you have in your hand is probably worth about 100 gold pieces, not including what those maps could lead to.
The essay of magical items, can I try to open it and flip through it to see if I find a great worm stone?
A great worm stone.
The stone that we're looking for, because it was like
the great
items.
yes. I can tell you for a fact that the great worm stone is not located in any of these books.
It is not.
No.
Okay.
But Dave, you can add an additional 500 gold or wealth, because the other thing you find is a book about Gallic's history, a massive tome worth 500 gold.
I know a few wizards at Seglock University. We could sell these at a massive upscaled price for. Textbooks are very expensive at college.
Yeah, but I have ties to the Gamelgar school, so I'm partial to sending it.
Yes, that is. Textbooks are textbooks, and scholars will pay money for them.
Money on Matthews, baby.
And that is, I think, all that's found. So yes, so there are valuables in the library, and you've dug them up just by chance. But none of them are the great worm.
Okay. Yeah. And can I take, if there's like anything like metal or anything, I want to go to the door that's at the spiral staircase.
Yep.
And I want to either lock it or jam it.
Check
Sure.
to see if it's locked.
Yeah. It's
I'll
not
check
locked,
to see if we can lock it.
It locks from this side.
Yeah, I'll lock it from this side just in case, because that'll be the first way they try to get up here. If something happens.
I'll say, as merchants yourselves, you guys would both know that oftentimes nobles will do their business, especially their secret business, in their personal libraries like this. So locking doors to these rooms are very important.
Okay, so Bulio will...
Okay. There's still a way up from the other room, though, so let's try that other door.
Yep.
Put as many doors between.
Do we want to go stealthily or wands a-blazing? Or wands a-sparking?
Stand over here, and I'm going to go in looking for dishes. All right. Just go open up the door and go, housekeeping. So walk in.
You're going to hate me, but it is built into the map. I'm going to go ahead and drop a guard right there on the other side of that door.
Knock on the door. Housekeeping. Servants.
Yeah, he turns around. He turns around, and he's not any of the guards from the basement.
Behind a bookshelf.
Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't recognize you because he's not one of the guards from outside. But he does.
Just kind of like, just doing some cleanup up here. Was there anything I needed to get in there, or are we all good? Do you need anything? You want me to bring you something to eat? I mean, I got a couple minutes before I got to get back downstairs. You need anything? No.
What are you? Are you a contractor? Who the hell are you?
Yeah. They brought in
Oh.
about 6 of us. They needed some extra help. Listen, man, I'll get out of your
yeah.
hair. No
They
big
brought
deal.
me in too. You know, working the
Oh,
private
yeah.
sector is pretty nice.
Yeah, the money's better. I was talking to some of the guards earlier yesterday. The town guard, man, they don't get paid anything. Did you know that they're not even allowed to talk wages? They're specifically told they can't talk wages.
Yeah,
You know
why do you
what
think
that means?
Why do you think
That
I went
means
into the
it's not
private
fair.
sector?
Right. You know, were you city guard? Did you do the city guard?
I was. I think most people here were city guards at some point. But you're not going to catch me going downstairs with the others. Did you hear that Heimart's here today?
Sorry, say that again? Really?
Heimart, captain of the guard, the city guard. Yeah, the Eildons, they got him in their back pocket. It's the corruption too. You know, at least I know who I'm working for if I'm working in the private sector. When I was with the city guard, it was like I wanted to help, but I couldn't help because Heimart's orders, right?
I hear you. And if they pay you well enough, you don't have to worry about people. You know, people get desperate. They need extra cash. They got to do some side work. It starts.
Cut the Bulio. Bulio, you're peering out from above a couch, watching all of this unfold. Stan just doing a Stan.
He's just sitting there with his like wand point. He's like, if anything goes, I will finish this.
Hey, listen. So this has got to be some boring deal. Like, you need me to bring you anything? I'm not going to take up too much of your time. They like.
No. They got me. I'm watching Lady Miriam's room. You know, it's a pretty cushy job. She's not doing much. She's just hanging out here.
Is she in there?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be at the party. That's weird.
Oh no. She was saying something about a good hostess stays out of sight.
Really? Oh. I mean, I've been back and forth in the kitchen to clean up dishes, so she's up here. Okay, hey man, do you need anything before I go? I gotta go. It's
No. Thanks for asking though. I don't want to get in trouble. You're good.
all right. I'll just gently close the door. Then I don't want to make any more.
Give me a moderate personality check, Stan.
Moderate personality.
While he rolls, out of game question, can you proc for someone else's roll?
Yes, you can. A proc is just kind of like a plot point. You just use it in whatever's happening in the game, as long as you can justify it narratively, it succeeds. Yep, you got it. Yeah, that whole back and forth is smooth as butter. You already rehearsed this whole spiel once today, so it's easy. Face to face with a guard, and he's a private contractor. You got everything ready. You pull it out. It's fine. You back off, and no risk.
Just gently close the door behind me. Be like, all right, we're not going in there. That's Lady Miriam's. She's in there. She's got a personal guard in there. We should mosey. There's got to be another way around here. Either we got to go across. Can we? Oh, I'm gonna.
I think there's another door from the center stairwell.
So I'm gonna just crack that door into the center stairwell. And does
Bulio will
the
like
spiral
remove the
staircase
rod
go up
he's put
again?
in.
Yeah, you
Does this?
you crack the door open.
Can I see
Just
through the keyhole?
I think Bulio will then go hide on the other side.
you crack the door open just slightly. There's no keyhole large enough to view, but you get a jump scare because when you look out, there is a face about at that height that is looking back in at you. And you guys just make eye contact, through this tiny creaked door.
Is it a child? Or is it an adult who's like crouched down with me?
Give me a D6, and there's two things that it can be, and we'll see which one it is.
Okay.
Please don't have combat happen and Bulio has to shoot a child.
They got a 6.
Nice. It is a child. It is what appears to be a young girl. She's wearing a nice frilly, banquet dress. But she, I guess maybe she heard there was a conversation or people were in there or whatever, and she must have been lurking. So when you open it, she's just got her giant, tiny, beautiful elven eyes are just like staring at you, and her face is just kind of frozen.
Kiddo. Hi. You're all right. You okay? I was just cleaning up.
And she's going to dash up the spiral staircase away sort of half giggling, like a game. So that confirms the spiral staircase does go up another floor.
Up.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
I'm gonna close the door, go back over to Bully, be like, all right, so the stairs do go up.
Okay.
But a little elven girl just went booking up there.
And Idril, the kid with Idril, was a boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a different child. We're good.
I don't know, all elven kids look the same to me.
You human. What a human thing to say.
All people look the same. Other than, I just see money counts.
We are a smorgasbord of colors.
Yes,
those
copper,
elves?
silver, gold, platinum. Oh, it is a wide range of 4 colors, maybe 5 if you consider Elysium.
Stay on
Ethereum.
target, Bulio. All right, we can go up, we
Bitcoin.
can go across. We know
Wait,
this
do we want to check out across?
or we go up. Let me go across and see if the door's open.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to need an agility check. I'm going to need an agility check from Stan to sneak out over the staircase to the other door, not be seen, not be heard. We're obviously we're getting closer to private, sensitive areas, so if there's creaks and sounds up here, people are going to be a little worried.
Sure. All right.
Well, doesn't the guard already know that someone's up here?
The guard does. I mean, but yeah, people downstairs, I'm assuming, we'll play the struggle. Here we go, luck roll. No, I got a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, you come out and around, and you try to creep around the outside, and then you hear from down below, "Hey!" And it's the woman again.
Hey.
She's one landing below you, like she's come up to go back into the common room when she heard you, and she leans over, and she says, "Aren't you going to come join the rest of us at the party?"
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab what I need to pick up from the library.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind grabbing an hors d'oeuvre off your plate.
Hey, babe.
Here is the... Bulio will just slip into Stan's pocket the drive of a Minotaur
I'm just gonna
potion.
lean over the railing and be like, listen, I mean, what time do you get off?
You're the one working there.
I'm going to need a personality check from Stan.
Absolutely. Hard? We're starting at hard?
Let's start this one. Yeah, let's start this one at hard, actually.
I mean,
She's the one pushing it.
Leaning into the charisma.
Yeah.
Can I go up? Can I go to moderate?
Yeah. With the charisma, you can go to moderate.
Okay. I got it.
Excellent.
I'm so glad I took 2 of these.
So
yeah.
What was the last question you asked?
So what time did you getting off tonight?
And she says, probably about 10 minutes after you joined me in the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm digging that. So hey, let me get cleaned up here. I checked in with Miriam's guard, and he's good. He doesn't need anything. I'm just gonna grab the bottles and the glasses and stuff, and then I'll head back down.
All right, see you there.
I think Bulio will look to Stan.
Little girl, I'm gonna grab her attention again. Be like, hey, little girl, didn't recognize her, haven't seen her. She went up the 3rd floor. Should I be worried about that? Should I check on her?
There's a snap and a blink, and she teleports, the woman. And she's on the landing with you.
Whoa!
She teleports up next to you.
Now that is awesome. So,
and
yeah, is that a problem? The little girl? I mean,
she sort of leans over the banister and looks up a couple more stairs, and says, "Yeah, I don't think anyone's supposed to be up there. I think our Bane's got a daughter. I don't remember what her name is though. But you don't know the name of. You don't know you work for this family. You don't know their names.
I'm contracted in. Yeah. You're
like those guards.
Yeah. I mean, it's a one-night gig. I'm hoping to maybe get something permanent. Be nice to get some, consistent
No. Well,
incomes.
I'll go tell Arbane. I'll see if it's a problem. But yeah.
Okay, I'm just I kind of startled me a little. I was like, "Hey, you all right? Do you need anything?" And then she kind of ran up the stairs real quick.
Yeah.
Little kid going that way. Party.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. I understand. I'm just going to go check with Arbane. But yeah, I'm okay with one night gigs.
Yeah.
And snap, she teleports again.
Yeah. Love a woman with some arcane power.
I mean, if you need to go do your thing.
Oh my god!
You.
Stan, you are a handsome man. You are desirable even for. You are desirable even for your great age. But you are a handsome man. You are virile. You can do this. I believe in you.
So now you
You
understand.
can bed a much younger woman. What?
A much taller. So now you understand why I need this jet.
I mean,
That woman will break me. I will die happy, but that woman will break me.
that's why you need this. Take it.
All right. Good news. The other door. I don't even know if you even remembered to check it.
Was it evil check?
We'll say.
I
I was gonna say. I don't think. I'll say that you probably snuck back in because now you know. Oh, Arbane. I guess that's the guy who runs this place. Arbane's been notified, which means he might be coming up to check on his daughter. So maybe you didn't check the door. You scurried back in here so we can formulate what to do.
I feel I was like, nope, not worth checking at this point. We're gonna figure something else out.
What you didn't see was the whole encounter on the stairway in the background, just the door still cracked open a little bit and Bulio's big eyes watching.
Just the black holes of the mask.
Yes.
Oh God! Wait, that makes it sound so much worse. Of Bulio looking and saying yes.
Just peeping Tom. Peeping
No,
Bulio.
not canon.
Okay, back. Okay, you guys have waited too long. There's footsteps on the stairway. You hear Arbane yelling upstairs. Arbane's voice, Lily, are you up there? And the girl's voice obviously sort of squeaks back down. Yes, Dad. And then there's a pause. Lily, you're not supposed to be playing during the banquet. Would you like to come back down? Okay. And then the saddest little tiny footsteps you can hear on the other side of the door.
Yeah, I'll look out the window near where the stairs are.
And if you look upstairs, I'll check upstairs real fast. I'll say this much. I think I can show this and it won't be too spoilery. Immediately upstairs from where you are is just like trees and branches and part of because if we return back to the original house, we'll see that, it is sort of tiered like a tree. So while you can't quite make out what's directly above you, it is like climbing through a grove.
But are there enough like footholds and handholds where all this won't immediately collapse under us?
I mean, it's a massive, giant, old elven oak. I'm sure it can hold whatever you want if you try to climb outside.
I'd say we could test our luck with a guard.
With the guard? I mean, so looking down on the ground, there weren't any guards on this side of the house when
Correct.
we first came over.
Correct.
Are there any guards now?
You can't tell from this far up. From one floor down, you could tell, but from this far up, again, the tree, the thickness, what you're seeing on the map is pretty accurate.
Oh, immediately outside
it starts
of the
to get,
window.
yeah.
Okay, so we actually have some cover outside this window.
Correct.
Cool.
You're
Okay.
basically climbing into the tree.
I was like,
think that's
I'm just
like-
gonna fly up. I'm not
You
a
can
real
fly.
good climber. Yes.
All right then, let's climb. Bulio will take the sheet and tie one end to him and one end to Stan.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if I
You
like
could,
this plan.
you can fly.
Yes.
I cannot. If I fall, you save me.
I'm going to make sure that I tie a bow, a quick release bow, where if I have to pull the end of it, it will immediately release. I'm like, yeah, sure, I got you, buddy. We'll do
And
this.
so you're flying. Remind me, is this a racial ability or
This
is it
is
an
a
item you have? A spell you have?
It's one of my patron spells.
Excellent. Yes, fly. Then in that case, I'm going to have Bulio make the might or agility check to climb.
And I will keep both hands firmly on the rope and one very close to the release.
And I will make this an easy check because you have the help of Stan.
All right, so that's. I need a 4.
So you're rolling 6 dice and just needs a 4.
Got 1 4. I got 2 5s, 2 3s, a 2, and a 4.
Oh my god!
You think those easies are promised, but they are most certainly not.
I'm sorry. I'm much heavier when I have all my potions on me.
Tick
And
tock,
I
buddy,
will-
tick tock.
I will take us up.
Are we on the
into-
timetable? Oh yeah, your date.
All right, so clear the board there. We are now in the thick of the brush towards the top of the building.
All right.
But we can see towards the center is that spire of a peak where the top of the building is. It looks like it's just the size of like one small room, almost like an attic space.
Can we see windows?
Yes, you can see that there are windows around where the staircase would have been, you imagine, and then there is like a balcony area that doesn't have walls because it sort of is encroached in this nest of, greenery.
It uses
Alright.
the natural.
It uses the natural, exactly right.
Flora,
Yeah. So it is
Can we try
basically
to-
a room, but it doesn't have walls.
Can we try to? Oh wait, before we get too close, can we see if there's any movement or noise coming from the balcony or that room? Like if we hear people talking, we're not going to get too close.
Give me a hunt check.
All right, luck.
Yep.
3 and a
Also
5.
just him.
Yeah. No, you don't hear anything if it's there. It seems like the coast is clear.
Okay. I guess we go.
Okay. So I'm gonna fly, but try to keep does it dome over at some point?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep flying, but do it skirting over that, because I figure there's gonna be some point where it's gonna kind of dome over and he can just walk. But I'm gonna keep the spell.
Walk on the tree.
Well, just walk through the
Oh yeah.
the
Oh, like the actual roof of the 3rd floor.
yeah, the roof
Yeah.
the roof that's over that floor still has to be there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the trees come up.
And would you like to try to sneak in the event that there is someone there, even though we're pretty sure there's not someone there?
Yes.
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 And let's make that an agility check.
Stan is on stupid high alert.
Difficulty.
Make this one a moderate, unless you can make it any easier than that. Or harder.
What type of check is it?
This would be an agility.
I don't think that there's anything that make it harder. He's not getting run out of town. So that's a 4. I got a 1 4 3.
Excellent.
Yeah,
So Bulio will sneak us up, and being careful, Bulio's sort of trying to not push any large branches that would then snap back and make a large noise. You can now watch from above, inside the little space below, that it is like a little child's play space. There's a toy chest, a couple of toys scattered on the floor, a large sort of cask of what you imagine must be a water or a juice or something, and 2 people are in the room. The first is Arbane, and he appears to be in a very low, hushed, quiet discussion with a 6'5", dark-haired woman.
Can Bulio silently use the wand of detect magic without making noise?
Yeah. This will be a moderate occult check.
All right, I need a 3. That's a 3. 3, 2, 6.
They are in the process. You can see that he has in his hand, Arbane, the same magic stone that you sold him, and he is taking money from the woman, giving it to her.
Is she a human or an elf?
She is, I think she is, I don't remember if I said she was a wizard, and I never said what she is. I said she has a face of mild boredom, and it actually doesn't say if she's a human or an elf. So let's say she's a human, because that makes her, it's more surprising that she's a 6'5" human.
Do you know what honeypot means?
Yes, but what do you think it means in this context?
She's taking the stone.
Yeah.
You use your handsome wiles with her, and when she's not looking, just steal it away.
Okay. Stay hunkered down and see if they watch them, see if they leave. Basically keep ourselves out of sight. I'm also going to prep to cast another spell if we get into trouble.
Yeah, and Bulio will keep his hand on the wand of magic missiles.
I'm going to keep a hand on Bulio, and we're obviously tied together.
With no interruptions and with no other sort of course or cross actions, the deal is sealed. And the Great Worm is handed off successfully to the strange woman. And you see them just sort of nod, and she's, that slight sort of semi-charming bored face she has is very pleased with the transaction. And then she teleports.
Oh, sorry. As she teleports, I'll take my wand to detect magic. Can I sense if it feels like a Misty Step, Dimension Door, or full, like, she's across the continent?
I'll play rules lawyer here, because I know it detects the School of Magic. Right. It detects the School of Magic. I would have to, I mean, it's possible that Misty Step and teleportation are different schools.
They're the same. I was just trying to, like, sense, like, if there's that magic and, like, one nearby. But,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think they're both conjuration. So... yeah, they're both conjuration. Okay, so yes, you can do that if you'd like to see to detect the arrival and exit, but that would probably be a very hard check because you are above the whole building. There is a lot of material between you and whatever she might do.
So
it's going to be a very hard occult check.
I'm going to need a 3.
All right.
The fact that I keep getting these, no one's ever going to believe me.
Are you taking pictures? I took a picture of that double.
Thank you for the picture. That will be the last charge of the Wand of Detect Magic for the day.
Yep.
I do think those things have three
I've
charges.
used it too much.
But with the last and final chance to try to check where it is, you checked in the banquet room, you checked in the library, and then you checked one more up here, not for the stone itself, but for the spell. And you can tell that the teleportation energy did seem to sap downwards and into the house, and not away from the building. So you're pretty sure, based on what your magic eyes are revealing, that you're pretty sure that she's still here.
Your lover is still here. She's not gone yet.
Is Arbane still up there?
Oh yeah,
Arbane,
Arbane, correct. You start watching Arbane start to put some of the toys away, clean the room up a little bit. It's a mess. You know what that's
Wait,
like,
is
Dave, when you've got a
Arbane
kid and they
Angel?
just leave their toys
Sorry,
out
Angel.
everywhere, and the...
No, I have no idea what
You have no
you're
idea?
talking about.
No.
All children
Is-
clean up after themselves.
Is Arbane Eldine? Are they the same
Yeah,
person?
Arbane Eldine. That is correct.
All right.
Arbane
And,
Eldine.
and he's the one that... And Bulio, he's the one that bought it from you?
No, he got his own.
Yeah.
Sense motive. He bought it from you, right?
No,
I mean, if you were paying attention, Keller definitely shook his head yes before correcting himself.
Oh,
Stan,
no. I mean,
your
I did sell it.
love for this woman is blinding you. He really like caresses his face. Do we want to jump?
One weird.
Okay. Do we want to jump Eldine?
So we can get arrested and get thrown in jail? For what purpose? What reason would you have for going after him while he puts his kids' toys away?
He knows about who this woman is, what she's doing, how we could possibly get the stone from her.
And he sold her the stone. So I'll go after it with her.
All right, then we'll do that.
I mean, so
I'll say this to Bulio's point, and to maybe make this sound more sensible, and also be like maybe a reason Stan might go with this idea. You probably would have also noticed that in the transaction, she probably paid about 10,000 gold for the gem, which he still holds in his hand.
Let's jump.
Now it makes sense why Bulio is.
You know, I think Bulio's just gonna pull out like one of his he's gonna pull out one of the heavy liquor bottles that he took. He wants this to be quiet, just.
all right.
Just want to.
I mean, dude, 10 G's is 10 G's. So let's let's just take him down.
You said I thought you were gonna charm. You just want. We're just gonna whack him.
He's probably going to be difficult to charm if I'm dropping in on him. If I was like coming up the stairs, that would work.
All right. Well, here's one of the heavy liquor bottles. Let's just.
Or actually, no. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm gonna
How does
drop
your
down.
charm
I'm gonna drop
spell
down.
work?
Be like, all right.
Oh.
I'm going to distract him. And basically try to get him to give me. I'm going to get him to give me the cash. And if this doesn't work, then you're going to drop down and take him out. Okay?
All right.
All right. So I am going to drop down. I'm going to try to drop down away from him, kind of. Maybe surprise him, come in from the back.
Yeah, so sort of almost as if you'd come in through the door, but not really.
Wait,
Yeah,
it's
if
an
I
elf.
could.
Wait.
It just basically
Hold
just
on.
fly down very just Superman land, right?
He hears your shoes hit the wood, and he's just put the last little toy train away, and he turns around, and he says, "Oh, you're one of the contractors, right?
Yeah. Just checking in on you, making sure everything is okay.
Do you remember the order to not go to the spire?"
No.
No. I'll answer that for you. No, you
know
don't
that?
remember. Oh, you didn't know that. Oh, so now you're saying, again, so it's Turbin's fault again. Turbin didn't warn you. Turbin didn't train you. I'm hearing a lot of complaints
who's Turbin?
about Turbin.
Oh, Turbin's your doorman. Yeah. See, I'm not worried about him.
Turbin is the head of butlery in my household, and you shall not call him a doorman. He has served me and my family for decades, generations.
Yeah, that's cool. See, here's the
He
problem.
knows
that
how
I
to do
have.
his job. You don't know how to listen.
Urbane, it's fine. It's okay. See, here's the problem that I have. What I have a problem with is you putting a grift on people for things that you want to take advantage of them for. See, that's
Grift?
the problem that I have. Yeah, you know the word? Come on,
I'm
Elf's
no
gotta have it,
grifter.
right? Wait,
You're
let
a
me think about
grifter.
this.
That salesman's a grifter.
What do you mean?
He sold me a gem earlier today that I plan to give to my son, and guess what happened? The gem disappeared in my hands. Poof.
Interesting. So you actually did buy a gem from him?
Oh, yes, I did. Did someone say otherwise?
No, it was a little fuzzy. But, I mean, so what did you pay for the gem? How much did you pay for it?
Okay, I'm going to certainly need personality checks here, because this is... We're asking questions way above our station.
Yeah,
So,
we are.
yeah.
But that's
let's make it hard. Let's make it hard. Actually, let's make it very hard, since this is our bane.
Okay. You're going to go very hard.
I'm going to go very hard,
I
and
wanna-
you're going to try
I
to
wanna-
match.
And I know I'm going to try to match with a charisma.
While this is happening, while I'm above, I just want to try my best to hold the bottle high above his head, so that if I need to, I can just drop it. It'll hit his head, hopefully conk him out.
Okay.
All right. So, but again, this is kind of a mechanic. Need a DM ruling on it. I
Sure.
do have the spell Charm Person in my.
That would make it go up a level, yes.
Okay, so I use.
With the
charisma to
idea
go
being that you are using charm, which I think the spell effectively means roll with advantage, right?
Right.
So I mean, this is you are using the spell charm to make this an easier check, and then if you have anything else naturally about you that makes it easier, that's something that sort of reflects. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So this is a great example of how Atris translates systems. We've now taken a system that's very crunchy with all these moving elements, and you're making a very hard check easier because you have high persuasion, you have the spells for it.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Okay. All right, let's try it. Personality, right? 2
Yep.
or 3. I got a 2.
That's all you needed. So even if you are asking questions above your station, he's too hot-headed to even think too hard about that. And he says,
So
I
every
paid
time-
more than you'll make in your lifetime. 4,500 for that one stone that's now gone. Missing because of a grifter.
Shame. So, for Dave's sake,
Yes.
what was the woman that he was talking to? You had mentioned her name earlier, and I didn't write it down.
I never mentioned her name.
No, I thought the other servant mentioned it. No,
He said you saw that woman, right? He never mentioned her
the
name.
woman. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right. I thought he meant. That's why I wouldn't have written it down.
Never got her name.
I thought-
So
I
charming.
thought I
Never
missed
got her name, did you, Stan?
No, damn it. And I'm gonna write names down as soon as they come up because I forget them. All right. Listen, Mr. Arbane, sir. This doesn't have to be a big thing, right? I mean, there's no pomp and circumstance here. There's nobody else around here. My concern is for the people that work for you. So you're out 4,500 cash, right? But and the stone disappeared out of your hands, you say. So let me ask you this: what was it that you just sold one of your employees? Or employees, or friend, or associate?
Are you watching me from the door?
I'm a very observant person.
You're a nosy contractor, aren't you?
I've been called worse. Way worse, let me tell you. I'm just curious because, I mean, I'm a businessman myself, and I know when a pile of money is a lot more than 4,500 gold.
Your business, sir, should be in serving and following orders, of which the foremost was to not enter the spire during the events of tonight. And here you are, asking me questions. You can find your way out of the manor. And if you need help... Yep.
I'm dropping it. I'm dropping the ball of liquor.
Send it!
All right. So now we're entering conflict. So the way this works
I've
is...
just been sitting there for a while.
all of our
Lining up that
skills...
shot.
All of our skills are categorized into 3 different types of conflict. That is melee, ranged, and supernatural. In this case, you are doing a ranged attack, so you're going to take any of your ranged skills, and you're going to roll that, which will probably, I guess, be agility for you.
Yes. Personality is ranged.
Personality is also ranged, which means in this case, you can make this work by basically, saying something.
A distraction!
Exactly, right? and it can just be enough to make him look up and help you get the shot.
I think that's what he's doing. Blue's saying, "Look, a distraction."
So you're going to
What's
need
that
to
up there?
You're going to need to get more successes than I can. I'm going to roll 66. My successes are 1s and 2s, so we'll see how many 1s and 2s I get. And you need to get
Alright.
more successes than that on a moderate ranged attack.
All right, you go first.
I got 1, 2, 3 successes, so you'll need to get 3 or more. So this is definitely the time when you're like, how can I make this easy? So you can push yourself into that 6 dice.
Is it
range.
moderate right now for me?
It's moderate right now, so you would need all 3 successes on personality.
Okay. What can I do to make this easy?
A lot of times this can be like the weapon. So if you have a certain, if you have a weapon that's ranged, that can help make it easier. If you have,
You know what? I think I'm going. Could I have Wand of Magic Missiles be range, or would that push it to a full?
if you want to if you want to switch out at this moment the wand instead of the bottle, that's what that's your best shot.
That's all Wand of Magic Missiles.
Yes.
push
So
it.
Wand of Magic Missiles. So you're gonna say something, and you're gonna make a personality range check,
Look, a distraction.
and then hit him with a Wand of Magic Missiles.
I think I'm
Say,
going.
look, a distraction.
Yeah, I think I'm going to roll. So I have to get 5s or 6s. The opposite. What he got?
Yes.
6, 5, 5, 5. That's 4.
Wow.
The other 2 are 4s, honestly. All right.
65544. Wow.
I'll send a picture if you need.
No. You don't need to.
I've never. I don't know what's happening. I've never rolled this well, except when I'm a DM and players die. It's like this has never happened.
Because you're at a
when I'm
table of
player.
DMs, so it's all
Yes.
wibbly wobbly, man.
It's all the
Balance
DM.
is out.
all
Dice
the
don't
DM
know what to
energy.
do with themselves.
So, Dave, Stan,
Yes.
you up a few minutes ago, you were planning, okay, he's got a bottle he's going to drop on his head. If this doesn't go well, let's make it work well. I don't want there to be any violence. It starts to fall apart between you and Arbane, and the next thing you know, you hear from up above,
Look
what
at
did you say?
distraction.
Look at distraction. And when you guys both look up to him saying that, a wand of magic missiles fires down at the face of the elf. And of course it is. It's a wand of magic missiles. I'm gonna do a luck check of my own here. First, I'm gonna obviously knock him out.
If I kill him?
That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
Again, this guy is that's not rename.
Don't worry, if he makes it, I'm going to try to push him out of the way with my Eldritch Blast.
So I'm going to do 2d6. If I get doubles, he's dead, because that's what we don't want. So 5 out of 6 chance that he's not dead.
I can't see it.
We're going to see it in a second. It's a
those
6
two
and a
fours?
4. It's a 6 and a 4. So he has just enough health that, like, it's like he has 15 health and you did 9 damage. Or, sorry, he has
he's
9
not
health and you did
knocked out?
15. No.
Okay.
Reverse that. It's like he has 9 health and you did 15 damage. You're just short of permanently killing him.
total
Of total, yeah.
All right.
So you almost totally kill him.
Is he, like,
But-
conscious?
He is unconscious. He hits the ground. It smacks him. The force energies hit him against the wall. He bounces back, and now he's on the ground, dazed, breathing only slightly. And you look up, and Bulio, I guess, looks very proud with his work.
I think Blue will drop down.
Yeah, I'm immediately going to start rummaging this guy.
And that is a buddy point there for saving Stan.
Do you want the one
Saving!
with
I was the one who
missiles?
told him to do it! I pointed! I was like, I'm out of things to do.
Yeah, it was Stan's plan, Bulio's execution. There you go, buddy point.
But before we continue, I have an idea. Trade me your wand.
Whatever.
The wand I give. Trade. All right. He'll give.
Did you just give me the Wand of Magic Missiles?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get so I stash the wand, and then I immediately start rummaging a guy to his pocket.
Yes,
Everything back.
Yeah, the 10,000 gold, you can add 10,000 wealth to your sheet.
I think
Stan.
Bulio's taking at least half of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 5,000 to each.
All right.
And then
Yeah,
I am going to.
the woman's downstairs.
All right, so I understand that. The problem is he's going to get back up at some point and wander down there, and you and I are going to be toast.
Bulio's going to take his bed sheets. The bed sheets he had tied around him and Stan is going to mummify him.
Like tie his arms and legs.
Say,
Everything
yeah,
like
tie
his,
him up.
around his,
Everything.
like,
Oh, I see.
like,
Head to
mummify
toe.
him.
For head
With
to toe.
extra like around his like mouth and hands. And I guess just then like bury him in his kids' toys.
Open up the toy chest
The deal,
and
Arbane.
Yeah, stuff him in,
Just dump
get in there.
all the boys out. Before we close the litter, I'm going to be like, here's the deal, Arbane. You're not going to talk to anybody about how you grifted people. This 10 G's is going to go to a really good cause.
Yes,
I'm going to
my
have a
wallet.
little conversation with that lovely lady, and hopefully she won't come back and try to kill you for grifting her. That's up to her. I can't make a judgment call for a woman. Some point you're going to get out of this. Or you just say it's one of your little weird things that you like to do with your little girlfriends. Whatever. I don't care. But you have an excellent night. You're not going to see us again. Don't come looking for us. You're not going to like what you find. Feel me? Bye.
And I think before he closes it, as Stan like begins to go leave, Bulio will lean down to whisper to him, "You stole from me. Nobody steals from Bulio." Bulio will take the wand that he pretends it's still a wand of magic missile and just like caress the side of his head. Not many people get a second chance, Mr. Hildine. I think we can be good business partners one day. We can get past this. And he'll take the bottle of like fake mercury stuff and like tuck it in one of the bed sheets. A little memorial, a little souvenir. So if I do come back one day, we can come to better terms. You've seen what we've done. We know what you've done. I can do some horrible things to you. Hope your daughter's all right. Close it.
there you go. I'll give you guys a buddy point for your back-to-back monologues. Back-to-back
Ruining
terrible,
this guy.
evil merchant monologues. Okay.
Flexibility.
Yeah.
Everything's legal when there's no guards around.
We did it. We found the common ground. Bulio and Stan both equally terrifying when you cross them. with money.
Psychologically torturing this guy.
Both, yeah. All right, so I'll take him off the board. Arbane is out of the picture.
Right. You still shouldn't be here. I need to go talk to Lady Friend and make an appointment with her. I think I'm going to have a little bit of an emergency that I need to go take care of. I'm going to have a little, plan a little rendezvous with her. And maybe I can get her out here a little early. And I'll meet you back at your cart.
At the cart.
So,
Where do you plan to rendezvous with her? The servants' quarters?
I'll go down and rendezvous with her. You need to get out of here.
Yes,
but
I know.
can get you out.
Rendezvous. Where do you plan to do it? In the servants' quarters? Your rendezvous?
No, you idiot! Not in the house. Do you know how this works? That's ridiculous. I'm not staying on the premises to do that. I'm getting out of here as quick as possible.
Okay.
I'm going to tell her to meet me later on tonight. Said 10 minutes after we get off, and then we're going to go somewhere else.
But do we want to let her leave the site? Because what if she teleports away, stashes the stone, and then meets with you?
Don't worry about that. I will talk to her about that.
I'm trying to protect me here. She's got
Yeah,
a powerful.
you got
she's
5
powerful.
G's off of him. He said, wait. Slow down, my friend. Love you. Let's talk numbers. And I want to make sure that we are far away from the box at this point, right? Like,
Sure.
we should be somewhere this...
I was gonna say I can put you back out in the tree.
So, all right. He took you for 4,500 and a gem. I got you 5 G's, right?
Yes, but I can sell a stone.
So
or I
we're
can
pretty
help you
straight
get
on
the
that right
stone.
now.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll let me see how this plays out with my girl downstairs, and then we'll meet back up. I mean, at this point, we're in a really good place for you to not be here because you're not supposed to be here. And we know where the gem is, right?
We do now, but if you're saying to meet her later tonight, we won't.
True, but let me see if I can smooth that over. Because I don't want my lady friend to come up here and find him in this kind of situation, right?
Yeah,
so
then let's have her find
see if
you
I can
somewhere else in the house.
My goal is to get her out of the house.
Okay. You have the Wand of Magic Missiles. Use it if you need it. They usually go down if you place it at the base of the neck.
What? That is...
It knocks them out.
All right.
Bulio.
They can't walk for a while or lift their arms. They get better.
Dirt nap stop. It's cool. Can you get down from here, or you need me to open you a little door and chat here?
How much bed sheet would I have left?
Nothing. We mummified that
I was
dude.
gonna say there's no way you have any left.
We spared no expense on that one, man.
Does he have... Wait, did he have any invitations on him?
No, it's his party.
So,
I can sneak out.
I can just dimension door and send you out and just put you away from the house.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
great. There you go. Dimension door. You got that written
I'll
on your
stay on
sheet.
the
There you
outside.
go.
What's the signal if you need a distraction?
You'll see fireball, or you'll see magic missiles flying everywhere.
You sure? Do we have like a word that you'll shout out and I'll like set a fire somewhere?
Yeah. Holy shit!
Okay.
Save me!
Bulio has to write that
Bulio, where the
down.
fuck are you?
Alright. Holy shit, save me. Bulio, where the fuck are you? Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you got it. It's, any amalgamation therein. Yeah, that's.
Okay.
All right. So
All right,
I'll put
All right.
Bulio on the side for now, and then are you flying down and around, or are you
I was just gonna mosey straight down.
just mosey straight down the stairs? Great. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of beeline look for lady friend.
And Bulio is going to be just outside, watching the windows, looking for signs, keeping an eye out, maybe sort of crossing around to try to keep an eye on Stan from any angle.
So, is Bulio able to get down to the ground? Oh, yeah, he dimension door. Yep.
He dimension door, so you're fine. You're just on the outside of the perimeter. And then we can go down, I guess, all the way down here, which is where the... Or actually, I guess my question is, are you just going back to the servants' quarters or the kitchen? Those are the two rooms you belong in.
I am going to make a circuitous route, maybe through the library, down through the study.
You never got the plates.
Basically looking for her down to the dining room if she's down there. Seeing if I can find her in eyes and be like, hey,
You
got a minute?
yeah, when you find your way back to the kitchen, finally sort of landing where you guys had sort of planned and said you'd meet up, you turned the corner into the back storeroom there, and there is one of the chefs is taking a break, just sort of sitting on the ground, scratching at his fingernails, and he sees you sneaking around the corner, and he says, "You looking for someone?"
Yeah, there's a...
They went downstairs. They?
Were
Yeah.
Were there others?
Yeah?
Oh, how many people?
I don't know, all of them.
Wait, like the whole dinner party?
You look back into the kitchen, and there's no servants in the kitchen. He said, "No, not the dinner party. They're not going to go in the cellar. Just everybody else. All the staff."
Like an after party thing? But I'm new here. You got to help me out a little bit.
I don't know. It's not my style.
That tall drink of water woman down there too? I didn't catch her name.
I don't know. I didn't see.
And I didn't see her anywhere as I was kind of moseying down, looking.
No. You looked in all the rooms and chambers that you know, sort of on the way.
Dining room.
Yeah.
Stuck my head in the dining room.
Yep, real briefly in the dining room. She wasn't there, which means you were pretty sure she's going to meet you for your rendezvous.
Okay. I am going to hesitantly, with plans of expeditious retreat, which is not the spell itself, but just in general, I make my way to the basement, like pointing down, looking back at the chef, be like,
He's like,
there, right?
Yep. It's like 5 of them.
Okay. Yeah.
From the outside window, you can see Stan descend a set of underground stairs, like he's going into the basement now, which you don't think was on the itinerary. And then Stan.
Are the guards still outside?
Yes, the one guard is going to be right outside that door you were at. As you come down here, Stan, you find that there are basically all of the other servants that you'd been seeing going around the house are all sort of standing down there too, with like their hands in their pockets, awkwardly looking at each other. And then you come down and they look at you, and one of them goes, "Hey, what are you doing down here?"
The chef just said everybody came down here. I wasn't sure why.
Oh yeah, I'm not down here for any reason either. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I was just down here. One of them says,
Sure.
Did that woman, did she talk to all of us?"
Yeah. Just out of curiosity.
Oh, that poor
Did
cook.
anybody get her name?
All their hands go up like, yeah. Just a bunch of sad, lonely
Just take a
servants.
flask out. I take a flask out of my back pocket and be like, all right. Did anybody get her name? As I
Wait,
pass
which
it around.
flask did you pull out?
Yeah.
No, not one of yours. I am not that crazy. I left all them with the dinner party. They're all like throwing up in the bathroom somewhere.
Oh, wait, we did.
I just want to know if we know her name.
Get back to the dinner party, they're all dead.
Yeah. Murdered all.
Yeah, one of them will say, "Hey, her name was Namdeen. She told me. Did she guys tell you the same name, or is she giving us different names too?" And they all sort of shake their heads. A couple of them got her name, Namdeen.
What's her deal? Like she work for the family, or is she a hired hand, or what? Anybody know?
Well, she told me she was in from Aladef. Said she was a merchant.
I'm gonna like grab my flask back from whoever has it. You're like, you guys have a good night. And I'm gonna make my way back upstairs. Fucking tamp out the back door. Just walk right up to Bulio, who's hanging out in the woods.
Yeah.
Just look at the guard as I walk by, be like, later, dude. Have a good night.
Oh, so sad. Okay. We can join the two of you back in the woods outside of the manor. But it does seem like she has made her way with the stone.
So wait, did she leave the building? Because when I did that when I did the spell, it said that she went to a lower floor.
She did teleport downstairs at the time. We did spend a little bit of time also then fighting Arbane, tying him up, doing our monologues, planning on what to do next. I mean, there was a good, like, in and out of game, 10, 15 minutes that we spent up there.
The in-game time was easily, like, I would put it at like 15, maybe even 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Wrapping up a dude in a mummy to make sure he ain't coming out of it anytime soon.
I do have a very out there question.
If it involves your proc, the answer is yes.
Well, Brock, we've established that Bulio is accustomed to getting run out of town, would he have identified the fastest way to get out of town, that he realized if someone needed to take something valuable and get out, possibly to Aladif, or I don't know how to say that.
Aladef.
What would be the fastest way?
I love that question because it does take both of you to know this. I will need a predisposed check from Dave, a moderate one. Moderate predisposed.
And
then I will need a moderate sage check from Bulio. And if you guys can make those any easier, this is about the knowledge you know of escapes and pathways, getting out of town, sneaking out of buildings, all of the things that if you were a jewel thief and you needed to run away, and maybe you have in the past stolen from hordes of dragons or jewels from, so anything that can apply in that sense, your history and knowledge of thievery, heists, sneak away, run away.
So
It's going to be
I'll ask.
predisposed from Stan, sage from Bulio.
I have written in my bad baggage, has been run out of a few towns for selling cursed or faulty items. Can I use a bad baggage item to increase, even though it's bad baggage, it's relating to leaving a town?
Yeah, I would say we can, only because that's the sort of thing that might have also worked in etc. as just like a factoid, because it can play in your favor or out of your favor. So we can say you can use it as a good baggage in this case.
All right, and so would that push me to easy?
That would push you to easy. So you're going to do an easy sage.
I need a 1 or a 2. If I fail this, I'm procking it. Bulio has set all his escape plans. He has had Duke memorize them. So he's going to go to his trusty companion, Duke. And my proc is my white drake Duke jumps in to help me.
And Duke will be able to jump in to help you out here. Stan, predisposed. Let's get that result.
I'm trying to. I don't have anything. I mean, I have my cliche about being a merchant and business opportunities.
You have your
It
airship.
feels like it doesn't fit what. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, that feels very unique. As far as being a merchant airship, I don't know if it would fall into.
I don't think the
Predisposed.
airship is specific enough to match what we're asking about your knowledge
Yeah,
of
I don't either.
escaping
That's
and heists and
because it's heisting. I'm not as Stan isn't as bad as Bulio. He doesn't get run out of town. He can usually talk his way out of the situation before it goes bad.
yeah.
So all right. I'm just
So
gonna do
if nothing else, you still got your
moderate-
proc.
Yeah, proc really isn't going to fall into this. Because proc really doesn't cover it, but let's see what happens. And I need a 6. I did not get a 6. I got doubles, but I didn't get a 6.
Right, nice.
What is your proc,
I got a
though?
total of 6 on all 3 of the dice.
In this case,
What is your proc?
My proc is I can turn any interaction into a friendship. So no matter how bad the interaction goes, I can proc it and immediately turn it around.
that is a proc that would work here, but I can't reveal how until we have all the cards on the table. That this proc would let you succeed this easily. You guys are gonna love how this all comes together.
My hope was to be able to interact with her, proc her, and go, that guy's a dick, he swindled you, he grifted you, because I'm playing my bad baggage of, I will never let a good person get grifted.
Yeah. That's perfect. And I mean, Bulio's the one who's grifted here.
Wait,
you
but I
saying
know
that-
it's the real stone that he passed on, right? Because I used the one last time.
Yeah. So first off, I will give you guys a buddy point, since if Stan is going to admit that, he's saying that he thinks Bulio is a good enough guy who shouldn't be grifted. But
No, yeah.
so, predisposed is a wonderful little versatile skill. It includes things like flashbacks, things that happened that we didn't get to catch the first time around. And in this case, in that basement, while you were passing the flask around and hearing the stories, what she did to everyone, one of the servants points out to you, Stan, that they have a secret trapdoor in the cellar. Just for fun, he was like, I thought she was going to meet me like in the basement, but I checked, she's not down there either. And if we follow that tunnel down and out under the house where Arbane had some sort of secret system and escape system. Of course, all nobles have escape routes out of their houses. That's like a requirement.
I mean, it sounds like we started the social revolution. They're going to need it in probably
yeah, they're going to need it. It's the October Revolution up in here. Those tunnels lead down and out and towards the riverbanks. I'll zoom out for this. We can do, out from the house and towards the riverbanks where a small opening will let them escape. And it's as poor Namdeen giggles and chuckles and cons the servants, cons the nobles, gets her goods, and dashes out of the escape tunnels with her new fancy stone, that she comes to the exterior, and unfortunately for her, having a drink out of boredom, waiting for the next steps. Where did I put him? Oh, there he is. There is a... Oops, there we go. There is a Drake taking a sip right at the end there, who turns and looks up at the woman who's just come out of the tunnels. And there's a brief moment when the Drake, who is trained in recognizing these escape passageways and knows what Bulio's goods are, knows how to recognize a Bulio ware when it is being held in her hand. From where you guys are standing, which was, I guess, sort of out over here on the outside of the house, Bulio, you can hear the sound of your Drake roaring and ravaging in the distance, just over a hill, just cresting over the hill towards the water.
What do
you do?
Wand of smiles. Arm yourself, friend. Yes, yes. He's gonna book it.
All right. I wasn't built for this. I cast fly.
You're strong. You got good cardio.
Yeah,
Have
I
you not
also
been
have
run
a
out of
spell.
towns physically before?
And just as you come over the hill and you look at the edge of the water, you can see, just barely alive, is this woman flat on the ground.
You see, I do feed my Drake well.
You're gonna feed her to him?
No, I was making a joke.
She's
My.
yeah. And then I'll you guys can play the scene as you stand, as she looks up, sort of holds herself up on one arm. The gem is on the ground in front of her, and she makes eye contact, looks at the two of you.
All those teleportations. You must be quite spent on spells. Yes, yes. Bulio will point the wand of smiles to her head. I think you have something.
What's your game, lady?
Get
I'm
the
gonna reach
stone.
down and pick up the gem and hold it.
Ugh. She goes to reach for it at the same time, but she doesn't make it.
Bulio just steps on her arm.
Who are you working for?
I work for myself. I am going to sell that stone and make millions.
Millions?
We can sell it for millions? Oh, that changes things.
Definitely.
Oh.
So who's selling for millions? Or who's buying? Who's buying for millions? 'Cause I mean, you just bought it for 10G. So...
That stone, do you know where that came from?
Probably a great worm.
No.
That red guy they
No,
reanimated?
yeah, it came from some... Yeah, it's got great worm essence, but that was forged from the Anderfolk, a group of dwarves out of Gamelgard. They want their stone back, and they are going to pay whatever they can for it.
And
Good
it
to
will
know.
be not you who reaps profits. She got anything nice on her? Any nice foci? Any extra gold? I at least want to take a focus. Like, just remove her focus and, like, toss it in the
Listen.
deep lake.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Does she have like a focus, a wand, a necklace, a staff she uses?
She's a wizard, so no focus. She's spellbook.
Wait, don't. Oh.
Toss the spellbook into the water. All the pages. That probably hurts.
Yeah. What was only a few gold anyway?
Listen, I feel bad, right? 10 G's is still 10 G's. And it sucks that you're out 10 G's. But I can tell you, this is going to get to Gamelgard, because I know the boys there.
How do you know I'm out 10 G's?
Oh, I know lots of things. Also, I wouldn't go back there.
This wand reads your mind.
See your face. Trust me on that.
This wand reads your mind. We know everything.
I wasn't going to go back anyway after Arbane took the fake money.
Well,
Bulio kicks her in the stomach.
No, come on! If you didn't see that coming.
You guys, Bulio said you can take 5,000 off your sheets, and I will establish.
I didn't even put it on there.
If you look at the gold coins closely, you'll notice that there's just like it's a little off in how it was minted there. It's some of that. It's some of those counterfeits that have been going around Eisenhound.
They're not counterfeits. They're just shaved. They're worth about 10 copper less than a standard gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Stan and Patu were very careful about how they put this thing together. Plausible deniability. It's all about plausible deniability. So they would be real gold.
They'd be worth a tenth, or what is that? 9 tenths?
They would be worth 90%.
9 tenths.
Yeah, so it'd be 9,000 gold as opposed to 10,000. So
yeah, okay.
4,500 each as opposed to.
Oh, hey, look, Bulio made $4,500.
Let's go.
Buddy.
I think Bulio's going to look at... I will say, now that Bulio's up close, we've both run in the merchant circles. She says she's a merchant. Now that we have her on the ground, do we recognize her?
Give me a predisposed check.
Yeah, I would imagine that... all right,
I'm going to need doubles.
Just Bulio.
For anyone who wants to try to recognize her.
That's 2 and a 6.
Yeah, so Bulio wouldn't recognize... moderate.
Nope.
Yeah, no, neither of you.
That I don't make.
I was going to say, she's from Aladef, which is also a very large merchant city. They have a class of people, the Mercanti, that run things in Aladef. But that's all the way in Terrace, and we know Stan's probably not going down to Terrace very often, and Bulio might go to Terrace, but he's probably not socializing much.
Do merchants in Aladef need a permit?
Almost certainly.
Does she have her permit on her that Bulio can take and then scratch her name out and add his?
Absolutely. If nothing else, Bulio coming out of this game with a permit to sell in Aladef is perfect.
I think you got any last words for? Sorry. Yes. You got any last words for her?
I wish you luck in your future endeavors, and I drop 1,000. Drop 1,000 coin. That of her coin. Be like, here you go.
Yeah. She just her head just kind of slumps. It looks at the coins and it just sort of slumps on the ground. She is exhausted.
Flicks towards Duke, who Duke will just take their tail, and when Stan's not looking, just slowly pull the coins away.
Stop! Oh! Rick is as bad as you are.
We got a button for that.
Well, yes. Sorry, you played a good game, but smile, you lost. He's gonna point the wand, touching her forehead, make it look like he's gonna finish it, and then use the wand of smiles. Just get her to the point where she, her life has flashed before her eyes, she's ready for death, and then use the wand of smiles.
So I'll take you guys away from her if you want to just leave her there. Tell the city guard she's there to take care of her.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not gonna rat out a fellow merchant. She's already. No, she's
That's
good.
fair.
She's, take your G, take your 10.
Do you use some kind of merchant code? Is that a thing?
You? Yeah.
No.
Seriously?
What? Money is money.
Yeah. And that's all we're worried about. Why I gotta get the law involved? Would you want someone, if you got worked over like she just did, would you want someone to call the guard on you and just make
We are the ones who worked her over.
Yeah, I know. Is there a reason to do more?
I guess not.
Yeah. If there was a reason to do more,
If she comes back, I have worse wands.
Right. I mean, what are we worried about? I think you're good. I think we're good. We don't need to get the law involved.
So, I do have a question. Your fancy rock.
Yeah.
Do you plan to take it back to your friends in Gamelgard, or do you plan to put that thing around your neck and spend your golden years in eternity?
I said I would bring it to Gamelgard. I didn't say when.
I like your style, yes.
Well,
Now,
if you're looking for a trip, I've been thinking about getting off of this rock because I've been around basically all of Eisenhound in the last 5 years since I got my ship.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mind taking a trip to Aladef and see what that's like. I mean, hey, we got a permit now.
We got a permit, and I also hear Musa's perfect this time of year.
I hear it's perfect every time of year.
Yes.
Very dry though, right? Isn't that the dry one?
No,
No, that's the
one.
jungle one. I gotta
Terrace is the dry one.
Terrace is the dry one.
It's the desert. A lot of cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Yes.
take a little bit of a trip. I bet they never seen a flying ship before.
Yeah.
It'll be a first. Yeah.
I think Bulio will give Stan a ride to his airship, and I think if we're ending stuff, Bulio will pat his hand on Stan's back. I think you could have tapped that, and to
Probably.
close one loose end that James established.
Okay.
When Stan is not aware, he takes the hat. Because
He
James
takes Stan's
established
hat.
in RP. No, I'll say James established in RP that Stan at one point lost the hat.
Wait,
And
you
that
think Stan's
Bulio-
going around with a pirate hat and a tuxedo as a servant?
So I would have had to stash it somewhere.
The hat would have had to have been stashed somewhere.
Probably
Yeah.
in your wagon, I imagine.
Yeah, and Bulio probably ends up selling it, and it comes back to him through.
And then that's how we come
Andrews.
full circle to the Wicked Wilds chat. Yeah, if you aren't aware, Dave earlier today. Well, let's close this out and then we'll do our little thing. You can ride off. You're dropped off at your airship.
You know where my hat went? I'll buy another one. I got like 7 in the ship.
And yeah. And on that
There's-
note, as Stan heads off, maybe beginning an adventure to go check out Aladef, the massive merchant city of the Karmaja. It is that ends our tale of our one night encounter, a chance encounter between two iconic merchants in the city of Deep Lake. As we end the night, we'll see that on the Buddy Bar, we did come very close to reaching friendship. But as is appropriate for these two muddy buddies, the constant pull and give and take of the wealth and the money does mean that you can never be too sure with anyone. As we've learned, merchants lurk everywhere in Quelmar with all sorts of different motivations and secret missions. I mean, I feel like everybody conned everyone else in this game at least once in some way, shape, or form. Which is just perfect. This is a fantastic little example of both these great characters, what they bring to the table, how they're so similar, how they're so different, and a microcosm of the merchant life in Quelmar from across all the continents. So thank you, players, very much for an amazing session for just the Q of us. So we'll all say it together. Ready? To send us out in 3, 2, 1.
Keep rolling the dice.
Guys.
Yeah!